Jason Kapik done.
And looking for Anya. All stop, all done, all stop, all done.
Finished.
Drivers park your cars. Dalen and Jason moving on up into that C main, followed by Anya and Alex. So Dalen and Jason moving to race number 5. Get your cars on charge and get right back out here to Marshall. I need a lot of volunteers for this one. Give me 5 volunteers for this one.
Masters 2WD
race
Open
3,
Buggy by Toyota
Masters
Lift and WD
Open
Main.
Buggy, race number 3, our D main. You guys are up.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, let's go ahead and get our marshals back out here. I need Marshall to the cooler, and we're done.
45
Marshall
seconds
to
to the start of the race.
Drivers, go ahead and get them checked in, please.
David Kerner.
Go tell BJ that you'll marshal.
Adam Souter. Jameson Florence. 30 seconds to the start of the race. Matt Peterson. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Brett Wilson to the booth, please. Brett Wilson to the booth.
John Dunn.
All right, let's get our lineup set. John Dunn on that number 1 spot. Jameson Florence on the 2. Adam Souter on the 3, followed by David Kerner and Matt Peterson. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. We're all going on the tone in less than 5. That was a terrible start, false start. All right, so don't yeet the cars in front of you. That's not acceptable driver etiquette. Do not yeet the cars in front of you. Do not cut to the inside and yeet the cars that are beside you. Also not acceptable. John Dunn, Jameson Florence, Adam Souter, David Kerner, and Matt Peterson, our starting order. All right, we're good to go. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready, on the tone in less than 5. That's a better start. All right, we're racing.
Reminder. You want me to take over the mic? I don't have it. Never mind. I should find it for it. So back up over here.
All right, John Dunn and Jameson Florence out front early. David Kerner in that number 3 spot looking for it. Again, this is Masters 2-wheel drive open buggy presented by Toyota Lift Northwest. It's our D main. 29 entries in this class today. So Jameson Florence is out front. John Dunn back to that 2 spot, 8 seconds back. David Kerner 4 back from John Dunn. All right, coming up on a minute 45 into this one, 3:15 left to go. Jamison now taking over that top spot, 10.6 ahead of John Dunn. Matt Peterson in that 3 spot, another 9.5 back. Everyone kind of on their own little race right now. Top 2 seem to have it on lock with 2 minutes in and 3 minutes left to go. Never say never, though. David Kerner moving up to that number 3 spot now, 0.8 of a second up on Matt Peterson. John Dunn still holding steady in that 2 spot, following Jamison Florence in the 1. Jamison coming across the line right now. The gray and green car. Maybe it's blue. I can't tell what color that is. Blue, gray, and green. John Dunn up and down the wall right in that number 2 spot. Matt Peterson in the 3. Three down, 2 to go. Jamison still out front by 13 seconds. John Dunn still in that 2 spot, 23 seconds up on Matt Peterson. David Kerner still in the 4, followed by Adam Souter in the 5. I'm going to need a lot of help with this next one. I'm going to need 5 volunteers for this next race. 5 volunteers for this next race. Race number 4, 17.5 D Main. You guys need to be through tech right now. 17.5 buggy D Main, presented by Sun Padao USA. Again, those drivers need to be through tech right now. 1 minute 20 seconds left to go. So again, race 4, Sean Harp, Corey Townsend, Mike Hood, Eric Gilpin, Jake Zorkos, Gavin Dyke, Kyle Predmore, Chris Painter, Ryan Yoder, Nathan Renwick. You need to be through tech. 45 seconds to go, drivers. So David Kerner putting the pressure on Matt Peterson, 0.6 of a second now with 30 seconds to go. All right, 5 seconds remaining, drivers. 5 seconds remaining. Three, 2, 1. Drivers, that is time. John Dunn, keep going. You are still hot. Drivers, you will be finished when you cross the line. Jamison Florence and John Dunn moving on up into that C main, followed by David Matt, and Dunn. Adam.
Matt Peterson done. John Dunn done.
All stop, all done. All stop, all done. Jamison and John.
The race is completed.
Moving up to that C main. Again, that's going to be race number 6. Jamison and John, get your cars on charge. Get right back out here to Marshall. Give me 5 more marshals, please. 5 volunteer marshals.
Up next, race number 4. 17.52 WD Buggy Sunday POW.
I got a set of J-Con tires for some volunteers. Bring it. Volunteer and you get some J-Cons.
So these are for Brandon. Train your workers in tires.
Corey Townsend.
This
Nathan
is
Renwick.
a J-Con moment.
Jake Zalakos.
Thank you, J-Con Seps.
Gavin
supporting
Dyke.
our program.
Sean Hart.
Let me see those
1 minute to the start of the race.
volunteers. Let me see the
Kyle
hands.
Ryan
Okay,
Hart.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how you get volunteers, Brandon.
45
Need one
seconds
more?
to the start of the race.
There you go.
Eric Gilpin.
All right, I got checks on everybody but Chris. Go ahead and shut them down. Straightaway closed. Straightaway closed.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, let's get them lined up. Sean Harp on that number 1 spot. Go to the garage door, guys. Corey Townsend on that number 2 spot. Mike Hood to the 3
Chris
spot.
Painter. 15 seconds
Eric
to the start of the
Gilpin
race.
on that number 4. Car number 5 is going to be Jake Zorkos. 6 will be Gavin Dyke.
Less than 5.
Put it on. Go put another opinion on. Okay, then miss your race. I don't care. All right, so what did you have on there? 27? All right, go find opinion, all right? All right, Jake Zorkos on the 5. Leave the 6 open for Gavin. The 7 is going to be Kyle Predmore. Chris Painter on the 8. The 9 is going to be Ryan Yoder. The 10 will be Nathan Renwick. We have a 1-minute call. All right, we got 35 seconds left on the 1-minute call. Are we putting an opinion on that car? Okay, we'll get Gavin out there to the grid. Did the opinion get tightened this time? Yeah, he's already checked. Just get him on the grid, please. Thank you, James. All right, we got drivers. We got marshals. We're going to go on the tone here in less than 5.
That's a beautiful start. Bowling ball racing here, huh?
All right, drivers, we are 4 races into this round, and we are already 7.5 minutes behind schedule. We need to step up. When I'm asking for volunteer marshals, I can't be waiting for the same 3 people every race. All right, drivers, please remember, good track etiquette means don't just drive through the person in front of you. There's been so much ridiculous contact, I can't call all of it. All right, minute 25 into this one. Kyle Predmore and Eric Gilpin leading the way. Sean Harp in that number 3 spot, followed by Ryan, Jake, Chris, Gavin, Mike, Corey, and Nathan. So Kyle Predmore, 15.504, showing 6.3 up on Eric Gilpin. Ryan Yoder from the 9 spot up to the 3. So Yoder working his way over that right side tabletop right now, coming down the straightaway in that number 3 spot. Gavin Dyke in that number 4 spot. Oh, Yoder up to 2 now. So Yoder up to 2. Eric Gilpin falling back to 3. Gavin Dyke up to 4. Halfway home with this one, 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. Ryan Yoder, Eric Gilpin is the battle. Gavin Dyke, Eric Gilpin is the battle now for 3. So Eric Gilpin 7 seconds back from Yoder. Ryan kind of trying his best to check out with this one. Oh, Gavin gets on the wrong side of the pipe here. No harm, no foul. Go ahead. So Ryan battling with Eric for that 3 spot. That is the battle on track. Eric coming up to the wall ride. Gavin right behind him. Oh. So Predmore out front, Yoder from the 9 up to the 2 now, looking for that bump into the C main. Oh, Yoder making a mistake here in the front rhythm section. Has a little bit of buffer, 7.2 seconds up on Eric. So battle still 3 and 4. 3:35 down, 1:25 to go. Your battle for 3 and 4 across the line right now. Eric Gilpin, Gavin Dyke coming up to the wall ride right now. Eric in the green, Gavin in the pink to gray. Just remember, drivers, be patient. Oh, Gavin with the inside move gets the wall ride too.
1 minute
Careful,
left.
Nathan. So Gavin now up to 3, 4 seconds back from Yoder. So Ryan Yoder coming across the line right now, 47 seconds to go. Gavin Dyke in that number 3 spot coming across the line right now. Gap is 5.9. So Yoder in that number 2 spot coming across the line right now. Again, came up from the 9 spot, showing 9 seconds back from Predmore. Kyle looking good here in that D main, looking to go up to the C, coming over the dome right now, 10 seconds to go. Just got to keep it on its wheels. Yoder comes across in 2. Oh, Gavin's right behind him in 3. Gap is 3 seconds, maybe less. Yoder getting hung up, coming to the front rhythm section. Oh, Yoder gets upside down in the rhythm section. It's going to be a battle to the line. Yoder over that tabletop. Gavin over the tabletop. They're going to come to the line clean. Yoder going to take that bump. Gavin comes home with a hard-fought 3rd place. Eric Gilpin 4, followed by Chris Painter, Jake Zorkos, Corey Townsend, Mike Hood, and Nathan Renwick. All stop, all done, all stop, all done.
All drivers
well done,
finished.
drivers, well done. Again, Kyle Predmore, Ryan Yoder moving on up to that C main.
The race is completed.
I want to thank everybody for bringing toys for our Toys for Tots drive. You can see when you come in that table's gotten pretty full. And I took the money that was donated from the food area and put it with the money that was donated for Toys for Tots, and I've got $50, so tomorrow I'll go and get a couple more toys to donate. So thank you guys so much for supporting Toys for Tots and giving back to the community. We appreciate it.
All right, Kyle Predmore, Ryan Yoder, you're moving on to race number 9. Up now going to be race number 5, 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy presented by Narrative Coffee, RC main.
Up next, race number 5. 21.52 WD buggy by Narrative Coffee. C main. One minute to the start of the race.
All right, quarter marshal's in place. Quarter marshal's in place.
Gavin.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, go ahead and warm them up. Warm them up.
Jack Steinberg, Mark Phillips, Lucas Nelson, Levi Lalone, Adam Souter, Maya Dunn, Dalen Brown, Jason Kapik. 30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5. Matt Peterson.
Logan Predmore, I don't see you checking.
Logan Predmore.
There he goes. Okay. All right. Hey, I did not close the straightaway. Don't park it on there. All right. Straightaway's closed. Straightaway is closed. All right, your order. Let's get you guys lined up. Logan Predmore, come on up. Hey, Matthew Miller, I need you with a roll of tape, and let's get something on the track for some, on the wall. White tape. Logan Predmore, Mark in the 2. Go ahead and line them up, Sean. Mark in the 2, Lucas in the 3. Matt in the 4. Levi, 5. And Jack. Money shot. Predmore's getting the money shot. And Adam behind Jack. And then Maya. Dalen, and Jason. All right, I know you guys are in the C main, but this is a tough group of competitive racing here, and 21.5 class is absolutely huge. So just know that you're not going to win it on the first corner, so you guys keep it clean and get through this first half of the track and go to work. Just kind of work it out amongst each other through this first corner here, okay? 5 minutes is a long time. All right, corners ready. Drivers ready. Waiting on some of that tape. I'm not sure the tape will stay on the carpet. I was hoping the wall would get taped. Okay. Must be your waffle stompers make it happen. Of course, you have to be 50 to know what that means. All right, corners ready, drivers ready. We are going racing. As soon as the tape gets knocked down, on the tone, and less than 5. All right, well, let's restart that, you guys. Restart that. Let's clean it up. First corner. Come on now. Line them back up. You know where you were. Line them up. I'm going to go as soon as you lay down on the carpet. All right, corners ready. Drivers ready. You're going to do better on the tone this time in less than 5. Clean it up now. Work it out. Wow. That is full send. Yep. That's how that goes. I think Logan's got some work to do now. You get him back. That's one of those things where races can't be won, but they can be lost on the first corner, apparently, here. But we got 5 minutes, so Logan Predmore, there's no give up in Predmore's. We're still working on that. That was right behind Rio. That was your car, so pay attention to that spot. Right there to your left, okay? Rios, down on the cooler. You got to sit down on that cooler. Okay, so early lead is Phillips, then Nelson, then Peterson. That's your top three. Right now, Peterson's just going by. He's leading this one. He's on the wall ride now. Matthew Peterson's in your blue and your yellow wheels on your front rhythm section. Mark Phillips in the 2. Jason Kapek in the 3. Logan, Jack, Dalen, Levi, Adam, Maya, and Lucas from Canada. Lucas Nelson all the way from Canada. Oh, no bueno there. I think that was Peterson, wasn't it? We'll know in a minute. No, that was not Peterson. He's still alive. That's your leader there. Work with him. So 2:49 to go. It's Peterson, Levi, Jason, and Dalen. Really top 5 are battling for that bump right now. They're all together right here on the left side of the track coming onto the wall ride. All right, order still. Peterson, Lalone, Kapek. Now Sauter moving forward. Predmore going back, but he is coming back through the pack. He's midway now. So Logan from last to mid-pack now. $1:43 to go. Levi Lalone, he was 14 seconds off of Peterson. Peterson just needs to finish this one. He is checked out. So right now the battle comes down to Jason and Levi for the final bump spot. Minute 30 to go. Minute 30. Your leader's coming up here now onto the front rhythm section. He needs to just keep it clean. I can see him getting nervous. His legs are shaking. Levi Lalone, Jason Kapek, 9 seconds now. Levi in the 2. So this is a 1 and 2 from the Lalone and Peterson pit.
1 minute left.
1 minute to go, you guys. Logan is moving back up to the pack. He's all the way up to the 4. Is Logan going to get himself back in this fight with 50 seconds to go? But he's got to get around Jason Kapek and Levi Lalone, who is, Kapek is 6 seconds off the back of your number 2 Lalone. So Levi going by now. Levi's on the left side of the track, coming onto the wall ride. Oh, getting hung up, getting hung up. That's your second place car. That'll tighten things up now. Still another mistake. So Logan in the 3. Logan moving up 14 seconds. He's got a big gap though, 14 seconds to make up. So he's going to need help. 7 seconds, but what a comeback for Logan. That goes on behind you, Yep. Race him to the line, race him to the line.
Logan done. Jack Steinberg done.
Wow, what a comeback for Predmore. That's fantastic.
Maya done. Adam Sauter done.
Keep going. We're still live, corners. We're still live. Don't leave your spots.
Levi Lalone done. Lucas Nelson done. Matt Peterson done.
All right.
All
That one
drivers are
finishes
finished.
with Peterson. Lalone does get it. He gets it done in the 2 spot. And then Predmore in the 3. Steinberg 4. Kapek, Sauter, Brown,
The race is
Nelson, Dunn,
completed.
and Phillips. All right, Matt and Levi, you guys are moving up to race number 11. Race number 11 sponsored by Narrative Coffee. By the way, we are going to be pulling, walking around and getting that Narrative sticker found in the pits. So you need to have a narrative sticker on your windshield, and we will be pulling the winner of that real soon. Thank you, Narrative Coffee, for the caffeine all day.
Next,
What amazing
race number
coffee that
6.
is.
Masters 2WD Open Buggy by Toyota Lift NWC Main.
All right, this is Mike Majori, Jay Riggs, Tom Bristol, Dickinson, Johnson, Painter, Fosse, Lammers, Florence, and Dunn. This is Masters.
1 minute to the start of the race.
C-Main, Masters
James Dickinson.
C-Main.
Anthony Lammers. Jameson
Don't
Florence.
break him in warm-ups.
John
Don't
Dunn.
break him in warm-ups.
Mike Majori. Jay Riggs. Cupcake. Kyle Johnson. BJ Fosse. Chris Painter.
Imagine
45
what you can do with
seconds
some
to the start
glasses,
of the race.
K-Pack. You were in third, man. You were almost there. Oh, yeah, you got...
30 seconds to the start of the race.
He said it was going to be 10, 15 minutes. Yeah.
All right,
15
straightaway's
seconds to the
closed.
start of the
Straightaway's
race.
closed.
Less than 5.
All right, let's line you up. Mike Majori, top spot. In the 2, Jay Riggs. In the 3, Tom Bristol. 4, Dickinson, Johnson, Painter, Fosse, Lammers, Florence, Dunn. Okay. You guys, Fosse needs to go behind Painter. Fosse is in the 7. Give him a room there. There you go. Okay, corner's ready. I need somebody on the cooler. Sit down on the cooler, somebody. Maya Dunn, on the cooler, please. All right. Thank you. Driver's ready. Corner's ready. On the tone. Less than 5. Come on, let's keep it clean now. Work it out. Work it out. All right, who didn't go? Whoa. Wall ride. Up next, race 7, four-wheel drive 13.5 buggy, C-Main. C-Main 13.5 buggy. Mike and Jay battling for your 1 and 2 right now. In the 3, outside looking in, Anthony Lammers, James Dixon in the 4, Painter, Fosse, your battle for 5 and 6. 2 of these guys moving on to the B main of Old Man class, better known as Masters. 3:30 to go. Mike and Jay now still checking out. They are on the left side of the track, onto the wall. Don't take each other out. You're 1 and 2. Work together there. Work together. Anthony Lammers is in your 3, so 1 and 2 now. Down the straightaway they go. Mike's going to have to get moving or he's going to get run over. You might want to just get around him. That looked like Tom, actually. Checkered, yeah. Blue car needs help. Blue, get in there, Maya. Thank you. So Mike Majori will find his car. I think he's on the wall right here. Down the straightaway, your leader. Nope, that's Jameson. I'll find him. That's Dickinson now in the 2. There goes your leader. Leader's yellow wheels, blue car. On the wall ride he goes. In front rhythm section, yellow wheels, blue car. 2 minutes to go. Mike Majori, James Dickinson, BJ Fossey, Jay Riggs. 42-second lap. I corrected that. All right, I had some mislaps that I made some corrections on. That puts Jay Riggs in the 2. John Dunn now to the 2. Jay Riggs down to the 3. So battle for your bump. 1:18 to go. Battle for your bump. Just half a second separating them. 1 minute remains. Now Mike Majori still leading this one. Jay Riggs in the 2. John Dunn 4 seconds off the back of Riggs. Gray and silver Subaru. Cargo lights on. Gray and silver Subaru. Back by the back gate. 30 seconds remain. Majori, Dunn, and Riggs still a battle up front for that last and final bump spot. John Dunn leading in the 2, leading the final bump. John Dunn left side of the track, on to the wall right he goes. Jay Riggs outside looking in now. Here he comes on to the front rhythm section. You guys are going to get, this is it. It'll be a race to the line for John to go. John Dunn gets by. He gets caught.
Majori Dunn.
Oh, how
Riggs
close.
Dunn.
1.2
James
separating
Dickinson
those
Dunn.
guys. Keep going.
Dave
Race
Fossey
them to the
Dunn.
line.
Jameson Florence Dunn. Anthony Lammers Dunn. Chris Painter Dunn. Kyle Johnson Dunn. All drivers are finished.
Tom Bristol, come see me.
Did he break? He ended up breaking.
The race is completed.
Mike and John, you guys will be moving on to race number 12.
I caught somebody's car midair.
Your dad's?
Up next, race number 7. 4WD
All right, this is your
13.5
C
buggy
main.
by the Deitch family.
13.5
C
buggy.
main.
All right, directly out to the track. I need your corner. I need the corners on the track.
1 minute to the start of the race. Sean Harp. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. Eric Gilpin. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5. Bradley Sproul.
All right, let's line you guys up. Warm them up.
Jason
Warm them up.
Chapek.
Take a warm up.
Lucas Nelson.
Tracy, I don't see you checked either. Are you up there? Tracy Talbot. All right, I did not close the straightaway. I don't know why you're stopping. All right, straightaway's closed. Straightaway's closed. All right, corners, back to your spots. James, back to a spot, please. I need you guys to fan out. Anthony Lammers, James, meeting's over. All right, so order. Eric, line it up. Eric. Jason on the 2. Sean Harp 3. Lucas and Bradley. All right, corners ready. Drivers ready. Here we go on the tone. All right, who wants to be main? C-main guys right here. And we're already 14 minutes down into this round, you guys. 14 minutes behind. .345 remain. Bradley, Eric, Jason. Three to go. It's Bradley, Eric, top 2. Sean, you are, 18 seconds off the back of Gilpin. So right now, Gilpin and Bradley have got this one made. They just need to get her done. Your order goes Bradley, Eric, Sean, Lucas, Jason. 15 seconds, Sean to Eric Gilpin now. He is making up some gap on the back of Eric Gilpin. So Eric, your number 2 car, green, red fire on it. .150 remains. Bradley, Eric, Sean, Lucas, Jason. Race 8, line them up. Race 8, 13.5 stadium truck. 120 goes. Sproul, Gilpin, Harp, Nelson, Capek. One minute, Sproul and Gilpin, you guys are walking away with this one, but Sean Harp is there, 16 seconds. One mishap out of Gilpin, and Harp will be on him. I want to thank Brandon Dyke for coming in and putting in a long day at DieHard, man. He was under the weather and called me up today and said, I feel better. You need me? Yeah. Bradley, Gilpin, Harp, Nelson, and Capek. 10 seconds on the clock. Race them to the line, race them to the line.
Jason Capek done. Bradley Sproul done. Lucas Nelson done. Sean Harp done. All drivers are finished.
All right, Bradley and Eric, you guys will be moving on. Finished by Harp, Nelson, and
The race is
Capek.
completed.
Bradley and Eric, you guys will be moving to race number 13.
Up next, race number 8. 2WD 13.5 Stadium Truck by Anthony's Contracting. See main. One minute to the start of the race. Scott Davis.
All right, let's get the
Brandon
rest of those
Townsend.
marshals back out
Tracy
here.
Talbot. Ryan Yoder.
I'm going to need 4 volunteers. 4 volunteers. Make it 5. 5
seconds
volunteers
to
for
the
this
start
one.
of the race.
No, you go poop in the bathroom.
Dad, please. Can I put my stuff in the
Oh,
truck?
put your stuff in the truck.
James Brown. 30 seconds to the start of the race.
Put it in the truck.
Jack Steinberg.
Oh.
Where's the truck?
Rod Miller.
Okay. Fred doesn't like these rolling things out of there.
Kelly
Yeah, how about you
O'Brien.
don't worry about it then. All right, shut him down, shut him down,
Start
shut
of
him
the
down.
race.
Let's get this lineup set. Ryan Yoder on that number 1 spot. Tracy Talbot will roll off 2. Our
Less
number
than
3
5.
car is going to be Brandon Townsend. So again, Ryan Yoder to that number 1 spot. Line up under the garage door guys banner. Yoder to that number 1 spot. Yoder to the number 1. Tracy Talbot to the 2. The number 3 car is going to be Brandon Townsend. Scott Davis will roll off in that 4 spot. Scott Davis to the 4. Our number 5 car will be Kelly O'Brien. Jack Steinberg will roll off 6. James Brown will roll off in that number 7. And Rod Miller in that number 8. All right, marshals are in position. Get that last car scooted up to the grid. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. This is a 2-wheel drive. Can I get you to stand behind the green wall, please, and then come out after the tone? Thank you, sir. All right, drivers ready. Marshals ready. We are going on the tone in less than 5. Keep it clean, keep it clean, keep it clean. We are racing. All right, race number 9, 17.5 buggy, C Main, presented by Sun Padal USA. You guys are next. Again, race number 9 should be rolling through tech right now. Race 9 should be rolling through tech. Yeah, I just called them to tech. So again, race number 9 should be rolling through tech right now. Race number 9 should be rolling through tech right now. We're not teching for the mains? We should definitely be teching for the D main and the A main. Yeah, absolutely. I know. The people who cheat are never the people that win. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, we should be teching the lower mains. All right, 3:15, 3:10 to go. Brandon Townsend out front looking for that bump with Ryan Yoder. James Brown in the 3, Rod Miller in the 4, followed by Tracy, Kelly, Jack, and Scott. Coming up on 2.5 into this one, 2.5 left to go. James Brown has gotten around Ryan Yoder. So Ryan Yoder had all that success earlier. He's kind of sliding back just a little bit here. So James Brown in that 2 spot. Tracy Talbot now into the 3. Ryan Yoder falls back to 4 now. So young Mr. Townsend, Brandon Townsend, out front from the 3 spot. James Brown up to 2 from the 7 spot. Tracy back to 3. Ryan Yoder back to 4, followed by Kelly, Scott, Jack, and Rod. 3 down and 2 to go. So Brandon has about 4 seconds of an advantage over James Brown. James has about 5.1 up on Ryan Yoder. So James Brown in the white, that's your number 2 car, up and down the wall ride. Oh, Yoder going down before that first double. So Tracy's going to get back around, going to regain that number 3 spot. And Brandon Townsend now has got pressure from James Brown. So Brandon Townsend, the red car, yellow wheels, working his way over the right side tabletop right now. Coming down the straightaway he goes. He's got James Brown not too far behind, about a straightaway behind him. Oh no, our leader getting caught in the pipe.
1 minute
Gonna
left.
fall back to the 2 spot. So James Brown taking over that top spot here. Go ahead, white truck, you're clear. .30 seconds to go, drivers. 30 seconds to go. Brandon Townsend in that number 2 spot. Tracy Talbot still in that 3. 4.3 seconds from James Brown back to Brandon Townsend. Another 4.3 back to Tracy Talbot. So your top 3 cars, each separated by a little bit over 4 seconds each. Oh, Brandon Townsend showing some speed last time by. Goes 18.4. That is hot lap on track. Oh, and Brandon gets caught in a double Marshall. Settle down, Brandon. You got it, buddy.
Kelly O'Brien done. Tracy Talbot done.
So Tracy
Brandon
winds up
Townsend
getting
done.
by Brandon with that issue that he
Jack
had
Steinberg done.
in the front rhythm section. So James Brown and Tracy Talbot going to take the bump.
James Brown
Brandon
done.
Townsend had a solid run up to that last minute.
Scott
Comes
Davis
home
done.
3, followed by Scott Davis.
Ryan Yoder done.
Ryan Yoder Rod Miller, Kelly O'Brien, and Jack Steinberg.
Rod Miller done.
All stop, all done,
All
all stop,
drivers
all
are
done.
finished.
James Brown and
The
Tracy
race is
Talbot.
completed.
James Brown and Tracy Talbot moving on to race number 14. Drivers, park your cars and get right back out there to Marshall. Race number 9. You guys are up. Race number 9.
Up next, race number 9. 17.52 WD Buggy Sunpedo. C Main.
Up now, race number 9, 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy presented by Sunpedow USA. Our C Main. We're looking for Kevin Gross, Pat George, Kyle Johnson, Brandon Townsend, Scott Davis, Brandon Fry, Seth Bozer, Tracy Talbot, Kyle Predmore, and Ryan Yoder. I need 4 volunteers for this one. I got a couple drivers back to back, and I only had
Kevin
8,
Gross.
so give me 4
1 minute to the
volunteers for
start of
this
the
one.
race. Ryan
Thank you,
Yoder.
David.
Sausage. Scott Davis. Brandon Townsend.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Kyle Johnson. Brandon Fry. Pat George.
How about now?
45 seconds to the start of the race. Kyle Predmore.
Is Jackson on the track?
30 seconds to the start of the race.
I need Jackson done. Jackson done. We got
All
racers.
right. Shut him down, shut him down, shut him down. Let's get that situated here. Let's get our, what do we call that thing? The grid. Grid.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, Kevin Gross on that 1 spot. Pat George will roll off in the 2. Kyle Johnson 3. Brandon
Less than
Townsend
5.
4. So again, Kyle Johnson on that 3 spot, please. Brandon Townsend to the 4 spot. Scott Davis on the 5. Brandon Fry on the 6. Seth Bozer on the 7. Leave the 8 open for Tracy. The number 9 is going to be Kyle Predmore, and the 10 will be Ryan Yoder. Tracy, go check in. Tracy to check. So Seth Bozer should be in the
Tracy
number 7
Talbot.
spot. Seth Bozer. Okay, Tracy to that blank spot right there. Car number 9 will be Kyle Predmore, and 10 will be Ryan Yoder. Thank you guys for the volunteer marshals. We got this all under control. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. We are going on the tone in less than 5. False start. Let's go ahead and do this again one more time. A little bit less send it. So Kevin on the 1, Pat on the 2, Kyle on the 3, Brandon Townsend on the 4, Scott Davis 5, Brandon Fry 6, Seth Bozer 7, Tracy Talbot 8, Kyle Predmore 9, and Ryan Yoder on that 10 spot. All right, one more time with a little bit less gusto. Drivers ready, marshals ready, on the tone in less than 5. That was a bit better. All right, everybody's starting to get a couple of laps in here. Kevin Gross is our leader. Kevin up and down that wall ride, working his way over the dome right now. Coming up to that front rhythm section, that Corsa Gray X-Ray. Kyle Johnson in that number 2 spot. Make it Scott Davis in the 2 spot now. So Scott changing up his colors on me this week. So Scott up and over through that front rhythm section. Kyle Johnson back to that number 3 spot. Pat George rolling 4. Seth Bozer in the 5 spot, followed by Brandon, Ryan, Tracy, Brandon Fry, and Kyle Predmore. Minute 20 into this one, 3:40 left to go. Your leader through the front rhythm section. Oh, hangs it up on the pipe. So Scott Davis going to inherit the lead right now as Kevin got hung up on the wrong side of the pipe. Kyle Johnson going to move on up into the 2 spots. Your battles 1, 2, and 3 coming up to the front rhythm section right now. So you got the gray, green, yellow on white wheels. That's going to be Scott Davis in the front. Kyle Johnson, orange and silver in that number 2 spot, white wheels. The Corsa gray with yellow wheels. That X-ray car going to be Kevin Gross in that number 3 spot. Your 4 car will be Pat George. That's going to be 8 seconds back. Top 3 is our focus. Oh no, Kevin just run right into something. His car just went end over end. So Scott and Kyle going to get a little bit of a breakaway right now. Up and over that dome to the front rhythm section. They go halfway home. 2:30 in. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. So Kevin Gross closing in on that top group. Caution, wall ride clear. So Scott and Kyle and Kevin all running across the line now. They're back together. 3 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Caution front rhythm, caution front rhythm. Let the leaders through. Clear. So Kyle Johnson getting around Scott Davis now. So Scott, the man in the middle. We got Kyle, Scott. Oh, and Kevin sends it off of the edge of the pipe. Went to tuck to the inside of Scott right there. Clipped the pipe and went over. And your top 2 getting tangled up together. Going to bring Kevin right back into the party. So your top 3 heading to the rollers right now, working their way to the right side tabletop. Kyle Johnson upside down, going to move Kevin Gross up to that 2 spot. Scott Davis in the 1, Kyle Johnson in the 2, up and over that hip jump they go, working their way into the wall ride. Scott Davis over the dome, nice and easy, inside line, Kevin Gross, nice and easy. Here they come, working on a little bit of traffic there. I'm not sure who that traffic is, but go ahead and make room, please. That's one way to do it. So Kyle Johnson not too far out of touch right now, 2.6 back last time by. Here they come across the line. Kyle Johnson crosses that, 1 minute to go. Who do we have upside down? Oh, we lost Kevin, so Kyle Johnson is now going to be in touch for that number 2 spot. So Kyle Johnson still in 3, but Scott Davis has breathing room. Kevin Gross and Kyle Johnson battling it out for 2 and 3. Here they come down the straightaway one more time. Scott Davis over the dome right now, showing the advantage of about 5 seconds. 2 and 3 is going to be where it's at. 2 and 3 coming up to the front rhythm section. Almost incompatible lines right there. Barely got away with it. So Kevin Gross over that tabletop, working their way down the back straightaway. They go, coming across the line. Kevin Gross and Kyle Johnson. Gap now 0.4 seconds, 18.2 out of Kyle Johnson that time by. 15 seconds to go. Going to be this lap plus 1 more. You're 2 and 3. Hold that car. 2 and 3. Coming up to that right side tabletop. Coming down the straightaway one more time. Kevin Gross coming across the line. 6 seconds to go. This will be their final lap. 2 and 3 running for the bump right now. A little bit uneasy getting up to that wall ride for Kevin.
Done.
Oh, incompatible lines right there. Oh, and Kyle Johnson. It's a little bit shaky in that front rhythm section. Going to give it up right there. Kevin Gross just has to hold it
Scott
steady
Davis
for 2
done.
more corners. Coming down the straightaway he goes.
Done.
And across the line. Kevin
Gross
Gross.
done.
Scott Davis your bumps. Kyle Johnson comes home
Kyle
3.
Johnson done.
Followed by Brandon Townsend, Seth
Tracy
Bozer,
Talbot
Brandon
done.
Fry, Ryan
Software
Goddard,
done.
and Tracy Talbot. Got one more live. Kyle Predmore's still hot. I'll stop all done. I'll stop all done. Scott Davis, Kevin Gross moving up into that B main.
The race is completed.
I'm getting there. Scott Davis, Kevin Gross, race 15. You got plenty of time. Dude, that was a good run, guys.
Up next,
Good battle.
race number 10. Novice by Team Association.
All right, Novice B
B-Main.
main, you guys are up. Now, we need all the marshals we can get here. All the marshals we can get. We got Rio Mulver, we got Natalie Orr, Amy Felt, Dalton Guerrero, Briella Lalone, Jackson Kinsella, and Alexander Adams. You guys are up in this
Dalton
one.
Guerrero. Natalie Orr. One minute to the start of the race. Jackson Kinsella. 45 seconds to the start of the
Okay,
race.
thank you.
Alexander Adams. Amy Felt.
All right,
30
Marshall
seconds to the
situation looks
start of
pretty
the
darn good.
race.
Let's go ahead and get them lined up.
Rio Mulver.
Again, everybody to the straightaway. Rio on that number 1 spot.
"15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, Rio on the 1, Natalie on
Less
the
than
2,
5.
Amy on the 3, Dalton on the 4, Jackson on the 5, and Alexander on the 6. Again, that 3 car should be Amy Felt, Dalton Guerrero on the 4. Again, Dalton on the 4, Amy on the 3, Dalton on the 4. Jackson on the 5, Alexander on the 6. 21.5 B main presented by Narrative Coffee. Race number 11. You guys should be rolling through tech right now. All right, drivers, we have our order set. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. We are all going on the tone in less than 5. Oh no, our leader pins it against the pipe. So Rio started out in that number 1 spot, but it's going to be Dalton Guerrero leading lap number 1. Natalie Orr in the number 2 spot. Rio Mulver in the 3, followed by Amy, Jackson, and Alexander. One minute into this one, 4 minutes left to go. Dalton Guerrero out front, 11.5.14, 10.5.06 for Natalie Orr. Battle's going to be for 2 and 3. 4 seconds separating 1 and 2. 8.5 separating 2 and 3. Again, top 2 moving on into that A main. Coming up on 2 minutes into this one, Dalton in the number 1 spot. Rio now into that 2. Natalie going to fall back to that number 3 spot. The battle's going to be for 2 and 3. Rio just 0.2 of a second up on Natalie last time by. So Dalton working up to that wall ride right now. Going to be in that number 1 spot. Rio in that 2 spot. Natalie Orr in the number 3. Natalie with good clean lines getting into that rhythm section. So battle for 2 and 3. Oh, Rio gets stuck. It's going to be Natalie going to move on up into that 2 spot. 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Oh no, Natalie gets it wrong, running into the back of another car. Rio going to take back over that 2 spot. Oh, and Rio parks it at the end of the rhythm section. Battle still on for 2. So Natalie Orr over that tabletop, working her way down the straightaway. Going to be in the number 2 spot. Rio Mulver in the number 3 spot right behind her. Oh, and Rio gets by. Natalie having a little bit of struggles to start this lap off. Rio going to take advantage and try and increase the lead just a little bit, but he sends it upside down. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go, drivers. 1 minute 30 to go. So Dalton comfortably out front by 10.4 seconds. Rio 9.9 now up on Natalie with 1:10 to go. Jackson Kinsella in that number 4 spot, followed by Alexander and Amy.
One minute left.
So Dalton in that number 1 spot, getting hung up on the Marshall right there. Rio still in the 2, Natalie in the 3, followed by Jackson, Alexander, and Amy. Five seconds to go, drivers. 5 seconds to go. Oh.
Rio Malver done.
So Rio done in that number 2 spot. Dalton Guerrero going to take over that number 1 spot and
Alexander
move on up.
Evans
So
done.
Dalton and Rio moving on up to the A main, followed by Natalie, Jackson,
Dalton
Alexander,
Guerrero done.
and Amy. Drivers
Amy
finish your
felt
laps.
done.
Waiting for a finish on Natalie and Jackson. Natalie and Jackson to finish. Again, race number 11.
Natalie
You guys should be
Orr
ready to go.
Jackson Kinsella
Give me
done.
experienced volunteers.
drivers
Any of
are
you who can
finished.
stay out here for this next one, please do. I need experienced volunteers for race number 11, please. All
The race is
stop, all
completed.
done. All stop, all done. Dalton and Rio moving up to the A main. That's going to be race 17. You got plenty of time. Again, I need experienced
next,
volunteers.
race
I do
number
not
11.
want younger novices for this. I want
21.52
experienced
WD
volunteers for
Buggy
this
by
race,
Narrative
please.
Coffee. B main.
All right, drivers. I need Marshall out to 6, please, and we'll get going. Marshall to 6.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Drivers, go ahead and get them checked in.
Tyler Davis. Rod Miller.
Thank you, David.
Levi Lalone. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Matt Peterson. Scott
Hey,
Dyke.
David,
Patrick
can I
Brooks.
get you over
Jackson Dunn.
here? Kevin, can I get you to 2? Scott, can I get you to cooler or 6? Whichever
30
one's the
seconds
easier
to
of
the
those
start
2.
of the race.
Put the young guy in the active spot is what I'm saying. No. That's the young guy. I'm putting the young guy in the active spot. I'm giving you a chair, bro.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Is there cold beer there for you? There should be. All right,
Less
go ahead and shut him down. I need to check on Jeff Mueller.
Eric Gilpin.
Again, shut him down. Last call, Jeff Mueller, last call. Let's go ahead and get our lineup set. Scott Dyke on that number 1 spot. Scott to the number 1 spot. Rod Miller to the 2 spot. Number 3, leave open for Jeff Mueller. Number 4, going to be Jackson Dunn. 5 is going to be Eric Gilpin. 6 will be Tyler Davis. Patrick Brooks will be in the 7. Matt Peterson on the 8. And Levi Lalone on the 9. Again, last call, Jeff Mueller. All right, drivers ready. Marshall's ready. Keep it clean to the first double. We are on the tone in less than 5. Caution in that rhythm section. .45 seconds into this one. Scott Dyke out front. Rod Miller rolling in at number 2 spot, followed by Matt, Levi, Jackson, and Patrick, rounding out your top 6.
So I'd like to, we had to have our second place guy leave in August. I'd like to move our third place at the back of that race.
Okay.
So Natalie would still race in it at the back.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
We'll just have her drag and drop.
Yeah.
We'll drag and drop her in there. So make sure that Richard knows.
Yeah, she is.
Cool. All right, just over a minute into this one, Matt Peterson has taken over that number 1 spot. Scott Dyke not too far behind in the 2 to make it Scott and Matt battling it out for that number 1 spot. Looks like Jackson Dunn in the mix too in the 3-3 battles, 1, 2, and 3, working their way across the line right now. Scott going to take over that number 1 spot. Oh, Jackson and Matt both bungle up that corner pretty good. Scott going to get away with a little bit of a lead here, working through that front rhythm section. Coming up on 2 minutes into this one and 3 minutes left to go. So your leader working his way down the straightaway and across the line, showing a little bit of an advantage over the 2 car. Maybe a 3.4 second lead right now. Jackson Dunn, 2.3 back in that number 3 spot. Levi alone from that 10 spot, working his way up to 4. So Levi having a good run here early in this one, halfway through. Again, this is race number 11, 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy presented by Narrative Coffee. Again, if you want a chance at winning a Narrative Coffee gift certificate, go see Richard Orr. Get that Narrative Coffee decal on your car. All right, Scott Dyke out there right now, 4 seconds in the lead over Matt Peterson. Battle's going to be for 2 and 3, 1.3 seconds the gap. Jackson Dunn in 3 right now, chasing down Matthew Peterson. So Matt coming up to the wall ride right now. Jackson parks it, gets a little bit off cycle there, gets back going in the rhythm section. We're good. It was a very appropriate pause there, Jackson. Well done. So gap from 2 to 3 is about 2.3 seconds now. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. 1 minute 30 to go. Eric Gilpin now in that number 4 spot. Rod Miller in the 5, battling with Levi. Tyler Davis in the 7, battling it out with Patrick Brooks. Battle still for 2 and 3. Matthew Peterson hangs it up, getting onto the wall ride. Jackson Dunn going to get around him. Here they come, 2 and 3. This is the battle for the bump through that front rhythm section. Oh, Jackson rolling it over at the end of the rhythm section right there. Matt gets around. Here they come down the straightaway and across the line one more time. Matt Peterson now showing 1.2 seconds up on Jackson. Jackson right on his rear wing. Oh, Jackson up on 2 wheels, holds it down. Levi, be aware that's the battle for the bump. Thank you very much. So Jackson Dunn with 20 seconds going to get this one, plus one more maybe. And 15 seconds to go. This will be their final lap. Battle for 2 and 3. That is the ball. Jackson sends it to the inside. Bounces off the pipe, bounces off of Matt. Matt goes upside down. Matt stuffs it on the wrong side of the. No. Well, oh no.
Rod Miller done.
So
Scott
Matt
Dyke
getting
done.
marshaled onto the wrong side of the pipe, going to do him in right there. Jackson Dunn going to take home that number 2
Jackson
spot.
Dunn done.
Matt Peterson
Levi
3.
Lalone done.
Eric going to come
Matt
home
Peterson
in that
done.
number 4 spot, followed by Rod, Levi.
Eric Gilpin done.
And looking for a finish on Patrick Brooks
done.
and Tyler Davis. All stop, all done, all stop, all done. Scott Dyke, Jackson
The race
Dunn,
is
moving on to
completed.
that A main. Race number 18, you guys have plenty of time. Race 12, Masters two-wheel drive open
next,
buggy presented by
race number
Toyota Lift
12.
Northwest.
Masters
B-Main,
2WB
you guys
Open
are
Buggy by
up.
Toyota Lift NWB Main.
I'm good. How are you? That's hot. Right?
1 minute to the start of the race.
Okay.
Mike Stanton.
All right, drivers, go ahead and get them warmed up.
45 seconds
I
to the
still
start of the
need
race.
3 more marshals.
Shea Dog. Uncle. Scott Jackson. Mike
All right, I
Jory.
need
John Dunn.
cooler
Moss.
8 and 7. Cooler 8 and 7. 3's occupied already. Cooler 8 and 7.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Marshall on the outside of the backstretch, if you could go to the corner, please. Marshall on the outside of the backstretch. Marshall on the outside of the
15 seconds to the
backstretch.
start of the race.
Marshall on the outside of the backstretch. Hello? Could you go to the corner, please?
Less than 5.
All right, give me a Marshall to the cooler. We'll get going. Go ahead and shut him down. Shut him down. Looking for a check on Joe Kinsella.
Ricky Bobby Bozer. Joe Kinsella.
All right, shut him down, shut him down, shut him down. I need a Marshall to the cooler, and we can get this race underway. Joe Kinsella to that number 1 spot. Again, Joe Kinsella to the 1 spot. Shea Goodland in the 2. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Again, I need a Marshall to the cooler. Joe on the 1, Shea on the 2, Mike Stanton on the 3, Ricky Bozer on the 4, Scott Jackson on the 5. Your 6 car is going to be Sam Moss, Brett Wilson in the 7, Mike Majori in the 8, John Dunn in the 9. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. Keep it clean. We're going on the tone in less than 5. That is by far not the worst start I've seen today. Well, I didn't even have to call Ricky's name for that one to happen. Sam Moss out front now, followed by Mike Majori in that 2 spot. Ricky Bozer was up there trying his best. He's running a borrowed car right now. That throttle, I'm sure, is much more responsive than what you're used to up there. I've driven a Matthew Miller car. It's crazy. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. All right, Sam Moss is out front in that Techno-sponsored associated ride. Oh, no. Sam Moss upside down. So Joe Kinsella, Brett Wilson going to be your 1 and 2 now. Looking for that bump. Shea Goodland, Mike Majori, 3 and 4. Joe Kinsella out front right now, showing a 3-second advantage over Brett Wilson. Brett Wilson 2.6 up on Mike Majori. Mike Majori unfortunately going to be out early with a mechanical. Be nice to your marshals out there. Rod, you okay? .230 into this one. 2:30 left to go. Battle's going to be for 2 and 3. Brett Wilson has the 2. Shea Goodland in that number 3 spot. Joe Kinsella, your leader right now, working his way over the right side of the track. Coming up on some traffic, working on trying to just get through that section of the track right there. Oh, and Shea Goodland crawls it off of the course. So Mike Stanton going to inherit that number 3 spot. So 1:20 to go. Joe Kinsella, Brett Wilson, you're 1 and 2. So Mike Stanton, Ricky Bozer. It's going to be Ricky Bozer now inheriting that number 3 spot. So Ricky working his way over that right side tabletop.
1 minute left.
Take over that number 3 spot. Mike Stanton right behind him in the 4. Battle's going to be for 3 and 4. So Mike Stanton working on Ricky Bozer as they work their way through that front rhythm section. And Mike Stanton going to get that number 3 spot back as they work their way across the line. So 1 and 2 looks to be, it's going to be a fairly comfortable margin right now. Joe Kinsella 5.1 up on Brett Wilson, another 15 up on Stanton. Mike Stanton, Ricky Bozer, the best battle on the track, 2.4 second separation. All right, drivers less than 5.
Ricky Bobby Bozer done. Scott Jackson done. Sam Moss done.
All right, up next,
Joe
13.5
Kinsella done.
four-wheel drive buggy B
Mike
main.
Stanton done.
You guys should be ready to go.
Uncle done. John Dunn done.
I'll stop
All
all that. I'll
drivers
stop
are
all that.
finished.
Joe Kinsella and Brett Wilson, your
The race
bumps.
is completed.
Joe Kinsella, Brett Wilson, race 19. You got plenty of time.
Hey, you started off on good
Up
pace.
next,
You really did.
race number 13. 4WD 13.5.
All right, I
Dutch
need
family.
all 9 of those drivers back out plus a volunteer, please. All 9 of those drivers plus a volunteer.
Brandon Townsend. Corey Townsend. One minute to the start of the race. Jameson Florence. Maddie Fields.
All right,
Good.
thank you guys for the quick turnaround on marshals. I need one
Brett
more
Westphal.
marshal out to
45
the...
seconds to the start of the race.
We're
John
good.
Dunn.
Do I have a marshal in the
Scott
corner by the
Dyke.
techno banner? Ricky, do I have a marshal in that corner?
30 seconds to the
Thank
start
you.
of the race.
All right, drivers, shut them down, shut them down, shut them down. Looking for a check on Chris Painter and Eric Gilpin. Let's go ahead and get our lineup set. Brandon Townsend on that number 1 spot.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Again, Brandon Townsend on that 1 spot. Corey Townsend on the 2 spot. I think
Less than 5.
Ricky was on the 8. Oh, Ricky to the 8.
Chris Painter.
What's going on? Are we good? We're all good. All right. Yeah, Brandon on the 1, Corey on the 2, Jameson on the 3, Chris Painter on the 4, John Dunn on the 5, Scott Dyke on the 6, Matty Fields on that 7 spot. The 8 will be Mike Hood. The 9 will be Bradley Sproul. Do we have Eric? Yeah, we'll get Eric checked and get him right back in there in number 10 spot, please. Oh, goodness. Oh, I just barely saw the black, and it was partially obscuring my vision, and it terrified me.
Eric Gilpin.
Don't threaten me with a good time. All right, I got checks on all drivers. Is Eric back? All right, we're good. Drivers ready, marshals ready. We are going on the tone in less than 5. Try again. False start, false start. So again, drivers, in case you've not been paying attention for the last hour and a half, the first jump right there is our go, no-go zone. So do not send it into another car before that, please. All right, Brandon Townsend on that 1 spot, Corey Townsend on the 2 spot. Your 3 car is going to be Jamison Florence, followed by Chris Painter, John Dunn, Scott Dyke, Matty Fields, Mike Hood, Bradley Sproul, and Eric Gilpin. All right, once more with a little bit less enthusiasm. Drivers ready, marshals ready, on the tone in less than 5. So again, drivers, proper etiquette when you blow somebody out is to, kindly give that spot back. All right, 1 minute into this one. Brandon Townsend, Corey Townsend out front. Bradley Sproul in that 3 spot, followed by John Dunn, Jameson, Mike, Chris, Eric, Matty, and Scott rounding out the field. Scott unfortunately got booted a couple of times to the back. So Brandon Townsend and Bradley Sproul now showing the way. 2.8 seconds the advantage for Bradley over Corey Townsend. Lots of unnecessary roughness in this heat, guys. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing as much of it happening as I am seeing just the aftermath. So Bradley Sproul is out front right now. Brandon Townsend in that number 2 spot. Corey still in the 3. So your leader working his way to the wall ride right now. Marshall's. He broke out of both rounds. Yeah. So Bradley Sproul still your leader now, 5.6 up over Corey Townsend in that 2 spot. 3 down and 2 to go. Gap is going to be 2 to 3. Corey Townsend 6.6 seconds back from Bradley Sproul. 3 seconds back from Brandon Townsend. A pretty ugly race overall, guys. Got to keep yourselves in check. Lots of door banging unnecessarily. So Corey Townsend in that number 2 spot right now. Jamison Florence wants it 7.3 back though, a minute 25 to go. So Jamison in that 3 spot, going to be that red and blue car, yellow wheels, working his way to the front rhythm section right now. He's currently chasing Corey Townsend in the yellow, green, and
1
blue
minute
car. So that gap, 3.6 seconds last time by. 45 seconds to go, drivers, 45 seconds to go. Gap is 3.6 for the bump. Corey Townsend has it. Jamison Florence wants it. So Jamison right on the back wing of Corey Townsend. Oh, Corey Townsend gets it wrong in the rhythm section. Jamison gets around. And we're going to see him at the line here. 20 seconds to go. Going to be this lap plus 1 more. Oh, Jamison got it wrong getting onto the straightaway. It's going to be Corey Townsend. Corey gets it wrong. Inside, outside. Who's going to take it? Up and over the wall ride they go. It's going to be Jamison Florence. Gets it on the last lap here. Through the front rhythm section they go side by side. Nothing doing right there. So Jamison
Eric
Florence
Gilpin
up
done.
and over that tabletop right now. Corey Townsend, one last desperate move to the inside is available. Here he
Brandon
goes, nothing
Townsend
doing.
done.
It's going to be
Jason
Brandon
Florence
Townsend.
done.
Brandon
Corey
Townsend gets by
Townsend done.
both of them.
Matty Fields done.
Bradley Sproul going to take
Sproul
the
done.
win. Brandon
Lockwood done.
Townsend
Chris Painter done.
gets that number 2
All
spot,
drivers
just
are
a couple of
finished.
tenths ahead of Jamison and Corey's battle. Followed by Mike Hood, Matty Fields, Chris Painter, and Eric Gilpin.
The race
All
is completed.
stop, all done. All stop, all done. Bradley and Brandon, you're moving up to race 21. You have plenty of time. I need all 10 of your drivers or representatives back
Up
out here
next,
to Marshall.
race number
14, 13.5
2W
stadium
13.5
truck.
stadium
You
truck
guys are
by
up.
Anthony's Contracting. B main. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
We'll do it on them.
Okay. Yeah, like I said,
I know you are.
I'm in that class, so I'm biased, but it's been very clean all day.
That's okay. I'm in the Masters, but I'll never win the money.
All right,
15 seconds to the
so
start of the race.
we have
Talbot,
a surprise
Anthony
here, a
Hammers,
surprise bonus from
Jameson
Toyota Lift
Florence,
Northwest. We have a $50 prize
Dickinson,
for the winner
less
of
than
the
5.
40-plus A
Corey
main.
Townsend, Jay Riggs, James Brown, Cupcake, BJ Fossey.
All right, I need Marshall 2, 3. I only need one of you guys over there, Chris and Eric. If I could get one of you guys over to 6. Thank you, Eric. And we are good to go. I have checks on everybody except Pat George. Shut him down, shut him down. Straightaway is closed.
I'll need the mic real quick when you're done with shutting it down.
Go ahead.
All right, so we are going to finish the raffle on race 17 right before Novice A. Stickers will be put on prizes. Don't panic if you are racing, but we will be calling the rest of the raffle at race 17.
All right, Tom Bristol on that 1 spot. Anthony Lammers on the 2. James Dickinson to the 3. Your 4 car will be Jay Riggs, Corey Townsend on that number 5 spot. BJ Fauzi on the 6. Jamison Florence on that 7 spot. Pat George to check. Pat George to check. Leave the 8 spot open for Pat George. James Brown on the 9. In your 10 car will be Tracy Talbot. So again, last call for Pat. Pat's gone. Copy that. All right. We've got everybody then. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. We're going on the tone in less than 5. Again, keep it clean over that double. Going on the tone in less than 5. Well, the start wasn't terrible, but the rest of that first rhythm section was, that was really, really bad, guys. All right, 45 seconds into this one, Corey Townsend and James Dickinson are out front. Tracy Talbot in that number 3 spot, 2.9 seconds back. It's going to be less than that now as we got a battle for 2 and 3. Make it 3 and 4. James Brown in that number 4 spot. So Corey Townsend out front coming across the line right now. So James Dickinson, Corey Townsend, Tracy Talbot all pretty much right together. So James Dickinson starting to open up a little bit of a gap as he works his way up and down that wall ride. Corey Townsend in that number 2 spot, the second bump. Tracy Talbot, purple truck, yellow wheels in that number 3 spot. Heading to the front rhythm section right now. Tracy 2.2 seconds back from Corey. Jay Riggs is in the 4 spot. James Brown. So it's Riggs, Brown, Lammers, Tom Bristol, Jamison Florence all in a battle 4 through 8. .245 into this one now. 2:15 left to go. James Dickinson 7 seconds out front over Corey Talbot. Corey and Tracy doing battle here through that front rhythm section. It's going to be Tracy in that 2 spot now. So Tracy and Corey over that right side tabletop. Down the straightaway they go. Corey with a little bit more motor. Oh, and Corey flips it over. Going to lose a position here. 2 positions. Gets back one of them right away. So Corey dealing with a body being caved in from that first lap mayhem. All right, 1 minute 30 to go. 1 minute 30 to go. So Tracy Talbot now holding off Jay Riggs for that bump spot. So Jay Riggs has worked his way up into that 3 spot. He is chasing down Tracy Talbot. So Tracy looking good here coming into that rhythm. Oh, Jay with a nice inside cut and enough motor to launch that double. Well done, sir.
Left.
Here he goes working his way across that tabletop section, working his way down sponsorship row, coming down the straightaway and around to the line. Tracy now just 0.2 seconds up on Jay. Oh, Jay tries the overmove. Not quite going to happen. Hangs himself up on the dome. 40 seconds to go, drivers. 40 seconds to go. Tracy, a little bit of a double steer, some hesitation going into that sweeper. It's going to bring Jay Riggs a little bit closer one more time. You know, outside, inside move, Jay Riggs up on 2 wheels, truck looking really good. Here he comes, down through that rhythm section, gets a little bit wonky on the second half of the double. Here he comes over that right side tabletop. Tracy Talbot doing his best to hold off Jay Riggs. 13 seconds to go as they cross the line. This will be their final lap. Oh, Jay with the inside cut, not quite there. Here he goes up over the wall ride. It's going to be Jay Riggs coming out on top here. Here they come through that front rhythm section one more time. Jay's just got to keep it under control. All 4 tires on the ground. Almost loses it. Here they come down the line one more time. Jay Riggs getting that second bump spot. So James Dickinson and Jay Riggs moving on to that A main. Tracy Talbot, a hard-fought third place from the 10.
Jameson Florence
in that number 3 spot. Tom Bristol in that 5. We're looking for Corey, Anthony, and BJ. Anthony and BJ finish.
BJ Fossey done. All drivers are finished.
I'll stop all that. Drivers, park your cars, get right back out there to Marshall. James Dickinson, Jay Riggs.
The race is
moving
completed.
on up to the A main. Brett Wilson
Up
to the
next,
booth. Brett
race
Wilson to
number
the booth.
15. 17.52 WD Buggy Sunpedo. B main.
All right, let's get my marshals right back out there, please. Marshals right back out here.
Matthew.
Scott Davis. Kevin Gross. Zach Lalone.
Again, let's get my
1 minute
marshals
to the
back out
start
there.
of the
Track should be
race.
closed until the marshals are out there.
Richard Orr.
I need Marshall to 6 and 8. 6, 8, 10. 6, 8, 10.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Alrighty, we need 2 more volunteer corner marshals, please. Or 2 more corner marshals.
30 seconds to the start of the race. Anthony Lammers.
We have one by the driver's stand? Alrighty, track is yours,
Ricky
driver's
Bobby
track
Bozer.
is yours.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Yep, no problem.
Scott Jackson. Sean Nelson. Mike Majori. Less than 5.
Alrighty, straightaway is closed, driver. Straightaway is closed. Line them up. It's going to be Scott Jackson on the 1. Mike Majori on the 2. Ricky Bozier on the 3. Sean on the 4. Zach on the 5. Richard on the 6. Anthony on the 7, Scott on the 8, and Kevin on the 9. Alrighty, corner marshals ready, drivers ready, on the tone in less than 5. 17.5 buggy 2-wheel drive main. Scott Jackson out to an early lead. A little bit of a pile up in the back. Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean. Scott Jackson out front. Starting to get away a little bit. Zach in the 2, Richard in the 3, then Anthony, Mike, Sean, Ricky, Kevin, and Scott. Settle down, Kevin. Oh, Scott with a mistake. Richard Orr to the point. Scott fell down to the 2. Anthony in the 3. Then Mike, Ricky, Zach, Sean, and Scott. Richard Orr is your white-orange car going down the straightaway now. Anthony in the 2. Then Mike and Scott. Got a 3-way battle here for the 2 spot. Mike Majori now to the 2. Caution, double. Only 2 bumps. Watch the boob go wide. Scott Jackson back to the 2 now. Mike Jory to the 3. 130 down, drivers. 3:30 to go. Richard Orr out front. Scott Jackson in the 2. Then Mike, Ricky, Anthony, Sean, Zach, Scott, and Kevin. Richard Orr trying to get away. Scott Jackson not too far behind, and Mike not too far behind as well. Ricky Bozier now to the 4. Starting to catch up to Mike and Scott. Richard Orr, your orange and white car going to the wall right now. If you see him, make sure to give him plenty of room. Scott, next person behind you is leader. Make sure to give him plenty of room. Scott Jackson starting to catch up to Richard Orr right on his rear bumper. Mike Majori not too far behind. Richard Orr and Scott nose to tail going through the double now. Mike Majori right behind him trying to get the 2 spot for the final bump. 2:30 down, 2:30 to go, drivers. 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. Richard Orr out front right now with Scott Jackson all over the rear end. Mike Majori right behind him. Then Ricky, Anthony, Sean, Zach, Scott, and Kevin. Richard Orr just staying smooth and steady. Scott Jackson right behind him, being smart. Mike Majori trying to find Scott. 2 minutes left to go, drivers. 2 minutes left to go. Can Mike Majori catch up to Scott? Running orders: Richard Orr, Scott, Mike, Ricky, Anthony, Sean, Zach, and Kevin. Scott Jackson with a mistake. Now Mike to the 2. Caution straightaway, go outside. Kevin right behind you is second place. That works. 1:30 left to go, drivers. 1:30 left to go. Richard Orr out front. Mike Majori with a mistake. Caution, double. Battle for second right here. Scott Jackson in the 2. Mike in the 3. Going down the straightaway now with 1:15 left to go. That is the battle for the final bump. Richard Orr starting to space it out and run away. 1 minute left to go. Battle right now. Scott Jackson in the green. Mike Majori in the blue and yellow going down the straightaway. And into the double. Onto the wall right they go. Richard Orr out front. If you see an orange and white car, make sure to give him plenty of room. He is your race leader. Running order is Richard Orr, Scott, Mike, Ricky, Anthony, Sean, Scott, Zach. Caution, double. Woo, that was close. Scott Jackson staying smooth. 30 seconds left to go. 25 seconds left to go, excuse me. Can Scott Jackson hold off Mike Majori for 18 more seconds? Mike Majori with a mistake. Scott Jackson getting some more room. Richard Orr out front. Scott Jackson in 2. Then Mike, Ricky, Sean, Anthony, Scott, Zach. Richard Orr is leaving right now.
Zach Lalone done.
Race him to the line, drivers. Race him to the line.
Ricky Bobby Bozer done.
Mike Majori right behind
Anthony
Scott
Lammers
now.
done.
All Scott
Richard
needs
Orr
to do
done.
is stay clean, and he has the bump.
Scott Jackson done. Mike Majori done. Sean Nelson done.
And that's
Scott
the race
Davis done.
drivers. Richard Orr and
All
Scott
drivers have
Jackson,
finished.
you are the 2 bumps. Hey, Scott Davis, let's not do that. Let's try not to hit someone. Finishing order was Richard, Scott, Mike, Ricky, Sean, Anthony, Scott, and Zach.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 16. 2WD
Alrighty,
modified
2-wheel
ready by
modified
Wilford
B
USA.
main. Joe,
Main.
Carson, Shay, Derek, Ray, Lance, Still, Mike, Tom, Brandon, Dyke, and JR. Track is closed. Do not go down the straightaway. Gotta wait for our corners to make their way out. Unplug your cars and get to your bucket as fast as you can.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Like if you pump up and get to the main, you get more points that way, don't you? Right. If you just get to the main, you
I don't think you get points.
Huh? Okay.
I don't know that much. Might, but I don't think so.
I know they have bump points down in PDS. Like, it was like what
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Maybe. Alrighty, we need 2 more corners. 3 more corners. We need a corner on 3, 8, and by the
30
table.
seconds to the start of the race.
2 more corners. Where is our corners? We got Richard out there to corner.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Richard Orr. Yeah, no biggie, you're good.
Less
Alright, we
than
need
5.
1 more corner. 1 more volunteer right by the 3 or the table. Depends on what one he gets. Alrighty, track is yours, guys. Track is yours. 2 modified B main.
Mike Stanton. Lance Backey. Carson Phipps. Shea Dog.
A lot of
Joe
heavy hitters
Kinsella.
in this one.
Derek Farmer.
Caution
Raymond
double
Shaw.
double, guys. Caution
Brandon
double
Dyke.
double.
Tom Wagoner. Dale Winstad.
Alrighty, driver, straightaways closed, straightaways closed. Let's line them up. Joe on the number 1 spot. Carson Phipps in the 2. Shea in the 3. Derek in the 4. Ray in the 5. Lance in the 6, Dale in the 7, Mike in the 8, Tom in the 9, and Brandon Dyke in the number 10 spot. Alrighty, corner marshals ready, drivers ready. Keep it clean on the tone in less than 5. Clean start here for the 2-wheel modified B main. Joe out front, leading this pack around. Carson right behind him. Oh, caution straight away. Go inside on the straight. Carson with a mistake, falling to the 2 spot. Joe out front, Shea in the 2. Carson in 3, then Lance, Dale, Tom, Brandon, Ray, Derek, and Mike. Joe starting to space it out from the pack. Staying smooth, Carson now back to the 2, Lance to the 3, then Dale, Tom, Shea, Ray, Derek, Brandon, and Mike. Joe going into the wall right now. He is your yellow, red, and blue car. Carson with a mistake, falling back couple spots here. Joe on a Sunday cruise, staying smooth and staying consistent. That's all you got to do. Joe out front, Dale in the 2, then Lance, Carson, Tom, Shea, Ray, Derek, Brandon, and Mike. Closest battle on the track is between Dale and Lance. Dale onto the double-double, Lance onto the double-double. Dale in the all green, Lance in the yellow and blue, it looks like. Carson not too far behind, trying to catch up. Carson now to the 3. 150 down, 3:10 to go, drivers. 150 down, 3:10 to go. Joe out front, Dale in the 2, then Carson, Tom, Shea, Lance, Derek, Ray, Mike, and Brandon. Joe keeping it nice, smooth, and consistent. Dale not too far behind. Carson got to gain 3 seconds up on Dale if he wants to get the bump. Closest battle right now is between Carson and Shea for the 3 and 4 spot. Carson with mistakes. Shea right behind him now. They're going into the rollers now and on to the table and down the straight. Carson onto the wall ride. Shea onto the wall ride. Shea looking for the inside. Carson gives it to him. 2 minutes left to go, drivers. 2 minutes left to go. Joe out front right now. Dale not too far behind. Then Shea, Carson, Lance, Ray, Tom, Mike, Brandon, and Derek. Caution double, drivers. Caution double. And clear. Joe and Dale spreading it out from Shea. Your leader is that yellow, red, and blue car. Make sure to give him plenty of room when he comes up. And the second car is the all green. When he gets up to that pack, let him by. 1:30 left to go, drivers. 1:30 left to go. Joe out front. Dale in the 2. Then Lance, Carson, Ray, Shea, Tom, Mike, Brandon, and Derek. Closest battle right now is between Carson, Lance, Ray, Tom, and Shea. 4-way battle going into the rhythm section. Keep it clean, drivers. Carson spreading it out from that little pack. Ray right behind him. Down the straightaway they go. Shea looking for the inside on Lance.
1 minute left.
1 minute left to go. Caution double. 1 minute left to go, drivers. 1 minute left to go. Joe on a Sunday cruise right now. Dale in the 2, then Carson, Ray, Tom, Lance, Shea, Mike, and Brandon, and Derek. Closest battle right now is between Lance and Shea for the 5 and 6 spot. Let's find them on the track. Shea down the straightaway, Lance down the straightaway. Joe out front going through the double now. Dale right behind him. Mike, that is your leader. Make sure to give him room when he gets close. He is your second place car, that all green. Racing to the line, drivers. Racing to the line. When you cross the line, you will be done.
Tom Wagoner done. Raymond Shell done. Shea Dog done. Joe Kinsella done. Dale Winstad done. Mike Stanton done. Lance Backey done.
On Carson to finish.
Derek Farmer
and
done.
That's a race.
Carson Phipps done. All drivers are finished.
Finishing orders, Joe and Dale with the bump. Then Carson, Ray, Shea, Mike, Lance, Brandon, Tom, and Derek.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 17. Novice by Team Associated.
Novice A main. Track is not open yet. Drivers should not be moving. Please wait till we get our corner marshals back out there. Just stay where you're at.
One minute to the start of the race.
Alrighty, corner marshals, make your way back out. We should have plenty of corner
45 seconds
marshals.
to the start of the race.
We need a corner on 9 and I think that's 6 by the table. And then 2. We need 3 more corner marshals.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
We'll give Joe a second. You're good. Yep, I get it. Okay.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, what's my Marshall situation look like? I need Marshall over to 6. Thank you, Joe.
Less than 5.
All right, drivers, track is hot. So again, in case you guys did not hear, the 40-plus class has a $50 incentive to the winner, presented by Toyota Lift Northwest.
Yachter time. Brody Zawarkos.
All right, this is
Pablo
race
Guerrero.
17, our novice A main event.
Brody Callback. Natalie Orr.
All right, go ahead and shut them down. Let's go ahead and bring everybody to that front straightaway. Last call for Dalton and Rio. Last call, Dalton and Rio. Rio's gone. Got it. All right, Henry Locke on that number 1 spot. Brody Zarkos on that number 2 spot. Pablo Guerrero on that 3 spot. Your 4 car is going to be Kylie Yoder. Hey, I got it right this time. Brody Colbeck. Blame your parents for not knowing how to spell. Brody Colbeck on that 5 spot. Eli on that 6. Your 7 car will be Lorena Lammers. So you got Lorena on the 6. I believe Lorena's out there with the pink wheels. Again, Lorena on that 7 spot. Your 8 spot will be Braden Yoder. Dalton, do we have a check on Dalton yet? All right, leave the, let's see, 8 should be Braden Yoder. 9 should be Dalton Guerrero. And 10 will be Natalie Orr. So again, last call for Dalton, absolute last call for Dalton. Get them across the line. There we go. All right, that's Dalton, yeah? Okay. Dalton will line up on the 9 spot.
Dalton Guerrero.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, I have a Marshall everywhere that I need one. Drivers ready, marshals ready. This is our A main for novice, our first A main of the evening, novice by Team Associated. Drivers ready, marshals ready, on the tone in less than 5. Surprisingly, not the worst start we've seen today. All right, this is for all the marbles here. Our A main for novice class is on the track right now. Brody out front. Pablo in that number 2 spot. Henry in the 3. Lorena Lammers from the 7 up to that number 4. Our big mover early is going to be Lorena Lammers. One of our Drive Like a Girl girls out there doing some work here. So Pablo now going to take over that number 1 spot from Brody. Brody going to be back in the 2 with Henry in that number 3 spot. So Henry in that RB10 in that number 3 spot, coming up to the front rhythm section right now. So Henry Locke getting around Pablo and Brody now. Going to take back over that number 1 spot. So let's check in on the rest of our drivers. Our other bump, Natalie Orr, up from the 11 up to the 5 spot. So Natalie Orr having a good run here in the A main as she works her way up to that wall ride. So Henry cutting through some traffic, making that team associated RB10 work. So Henry, Pablo, and Brody has found their way 1, 2, and 3, but in a different order again this time by, as we are now halfway through, 2:30 into this one, 2:30 left to go. So Pablo out front this time by Henry in that 2. Kylie Yoder up to that number 3 spot. Brody falling back to 4, followed by Eli, Natalie, Brody Colbeck, Braden, and Dalton. So again, drivers, just a friendly reminder, stay off the gas if you want to be marshaled. Do not hit the gas when you're being marshaled. That's kind of rude. All right, minute and 20 seconds to go. Pablo, 4.4 up on Henry. Henry, 12.5 up on Kylie. So again, up next, 21.5 A main. 21.5 A main should be seeing Aaron over there in tech. Again, 21.5 A main, race 18. You guys are up. You guys should be seeing Aaron through tech right now. 45 seconds to go, drivers. 45 seconds to go. Pablo still out front. 4 seconds over Henry. $20 seconds to go, drivers. 20 seconds to go. Pablo looking to have this one on lock. 11.5 seconds advantage with 15 seconds to go. And drivers, that is time. You will be done when you cross the line. Our leader is stuck in the rhythm section. So Pablo lucky with the extra lap, going to take the win. Henry Locke going to come home in 2. Brody Zorkos going to finish out that podium in the 3. Followed by Eli, Kylie, Natalie, Braden, Brody, and Dalton. All stop, all done.
All drivers are finished.
All done.
The race is completed.
All right, give
Up
me
next, race number 18.
experienced volunteer marshals. I need a whole fleet of experienced volunteer marshals here. A whole fleet of experienced volunteer marshals for our 21.5 A main event. Again, I need 10 experienced volunteer marshals for my 21.5 A main.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, again, I need, if I had marshals that were 12 and older from that one,
45
and
seconds
then I
to the
need
start of
the
the
rest
race.
of my marshal buckets filled out with volunteers, please. Let's go ahead and get everybody out here to marshal this one. Our 21.5 A main event, let's not have them have all novice marshals. That's kind of rude.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Let's So again, I need experienced volunteer marshals, lots of them. 21-5, Amen. Our top finisher
15 seconds
sporting
to
the
the
Narrative
start of the
Coffee
race.
sticker is going to get a gift card for Narrative Coffee, courtesy of Richard Orr. What's that?
Less than 5.
Check. We'll go through the list at the end of the race. All right, I need lots more marshals. I need a marshal to 3-6 and cooler. 3-6 cooler 10, 3-6 cooler 10 2. 3-6 cooler 10 and 2. I still need marshals. 3-6 cooler 10 and 2. 3-6 3 10 2 310 2 310 and 2. I need a marshal 2 3 and 2 3 and 2 before we can get this race underway. 3 and 2. Tom, if you could take 3, please. I need a marshal 2, number 2, please. Thank you, Rob. Actually, Rob, take right here at 10. And I need a marshal on 2. Marshal on 2. Thank you, John. All right, let's get everybody rolled through. Get checked in, please. One lap and park 'em. One lap and park 'em.
Brian Parker. Mike Hood. Maddie Fields. James Brown. Polly. Richard Orr. Scott Dyke. Jackson Dunn.
All right, shut him down, shut him down, shut him down. Brian Parker, your TQ. Richard Orr in that 2 spot. Scott Davis on that 3 spot. Your 4 card is going to be Paulie Fitchett. Mike Hood on the 5. James Brown on the 6. Maddie on the 7. Scott on the 8. And Jackson on the 9. All right, marshals are in position. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. And we are going on the tone in less than 5. That's good though, because the grip was getting too grippy. So Scott Davis going to take over that top spot. Richard Orr going to fall back to 3 as Mike Hood slides into the 2, make it Paulie Fitchett now up to 3. Matty Fields up to the 4. Richard falling back to that number 5 spot. One minute into this one, Scott Davis is out front by 6.5 seconds. Paulie in that number 2 spot, half a second up on Mike Hood. Mike Hood is leading around a group of hungry drivers. We got Maddie in that number 4 spot. Richard in the 5, followed by Brian, Jackson, Scott, and James. Everybody rolling pretty close together. Coming up on 2 minutes into this one and 3 minutes left to go. Scott still out front by about 4 seconds over Paulie.
All drivers are finished.
Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, false start, sorry. I hit the wrong button and killed the race, sorry guys.
Mike Hood.
No, I said false
James
start.
Brown.
Line him back up, line him back
Jackson
up.
Dunn. Richard Orr.
That's 100% my fault. I'm sorry, guys. I hit the wrong button.
Scott Davis.
Hey, you guys have plenty of battery left. All right, line them back up. Brian Parker on the 1, Richard Orr on the 2, Scott Davis on the 3, Paulie Fitchett on the 4, Mike Hood 5, James Brown 6, Matty 7, Scott 8, and Jackson Dunn on the 9. Sorry, guys. I hit the wrong button and killed the race. It's 100% my fault. I don't have access to that. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready, on the tone in less than 5. False start, try that again. The mouse cursor was sitting on the false start button, and I bumped the touchpad. All right, let's try this one more time. All right, drivers ready. Marshall's ready, on the tone in less than 5. Keep it clean, please, drivers. Keep it clean, keep it clean. Marshall, Marshall, Marshall. All right, 45 seconds back into this one. Richard out front now with Brian Parker in the 2 spot. Mike Hood in the 3. So Richard, 2.2 up on Brian, another 3 up on Mike Hood, James Brown, Matty, and Scott Davis bringing Paulie Fitchett along for a great battle, 4, 5, 6, 7. Richard Orr, 17.5, 17, 3.8 up on Brian Parker now. Oh, one more, John. So Richard Orr out front here, going through that front rhythm section. Orange and white with white wheels. 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Brian Parker now going to take over that top spot. Brian with the yellow and white wheels. Red, white, blue, pink. Oh, and Brian loses it in the front rhythm section. So battle is 4-1, and Brian gets it wrong in that rhythm section one more time. .315 into this one, minute 45 to go. Richard and Brian battle on track. Paulie in that number 3 spot. So Paulie not too far behind that battle, now showing about 4 seconds back from 1 and 2. James Brown in the all-white yellow window is going to be in that number 3 spot. Mike Hood's bright yellow in the 4. Scott Davis in the green in that number 6 spot. Followed by Scott Dyke, Matty Fields, and Jackson Dunn. Minute 15 to go, drivers. Minute 15 to go.
One minute left.
So 1 and 2 is still the battle as they work through the rollers to the right side tabletop. Coming down to the line. It's going to be Richard Orr this time by 0.9 seconds. 40 seconds to go, drivers.
We got this. Is it okay if this is down to Why?
The race is completed. Up next, race number 19.
What in the world?
Masters
All right.
2WD Open Buggy by Toyota Lift NW. A main.
We're going to rerun that race at the end, guys. Something happened with the scoring system. It dropped the last 30 seconds of that race.
Up next, race number 18. 21.52
All right, so race 18 will
Buggy
be
by Nordic
run
Coffee.
at the
Amen.
end of race 25. Race 18 will run at the end of 25. Something happened with the timing on the last 30 seconds. It just stopped. So again, race 18 has been voided. Race 18 has been voided and will be run at the end of the mains.
minute to
Race
the start of the
18
race.
has been voided and will be run at the end of the mains. Talk to
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Is it?
What are you looking for?
30 seconds to the start of the
Transponder
race.
rental thing. All right, again, race number 18 will be moved to the end of the day. And we are doing race number 19 now, race 19.
Up next, race number 19. Masters
Like it just
2WD Open
lost the
Buggy by
last 30
Toyota
seconds of
Lift
the race. It
NW.
stopped scoring.
A main.
And it said, you're done, and it just had a 30-second gap in the middle.
I was gonna say, why did it all of a sudden say like we're 1 minute?
I have no idea. All right, race 19 should be headed to the track right now. This is going to be Masters Open. Let's get my what was race 18 back out to Marshall for this one,
1
please.
minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, again, race
15 seconds
18.
to the start of the
I need
race.
you guys back out here to Marshall, and then you guys are going to be racing at the end of the mains. Put your cars on charge. Get right back out here to Marshall. Race 19 to the track.
Less than 5.
All right, again, I need Marshall to 2, Marshall to the other side of the wall ride, Marshall to 7, 6, and cooler. All right, Marshall to 7 and 2. Awesome. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you, Dalen. All right, let's get you guys warmed up. Get you guys warmed up.
Lance Backey. Aaron Brooks. Derek Farmer, Patrick Zoost, Joe Kinsella, Terry Yeo, Sean Mabel, Tom Wagoner, Dale Winstead, Uncle.
All right, to sweeten the pot a little bit for that 21.5 race that just got boned, we have a $50 incentive to the winner, in addition to the Narrative Coffee gift card for the highest finishing driver with a Narrative Coffee sticker. Again, we have a $50 incentive for the winner of the 21.5 A main. Again, that's race 18 that is sliding to the end of the program, as well as a Narrative Coffee gift card for the highest finishing driver with a Narrative Coffee sticker. Again, the Narrative Coffee gift card, courtesy of Richard Orr of Narrative Coffee, the $50 incentive. Thank you to Toyota Lift Northwest. All right, we've got checks on all drivers. Get them going on the straightaway. Let's get them lined up. Aaron Brooks on that number 1 spot. Tom Wagoner on the 2 spot. Sean Maybell on the 3 spot. Dale Winstead on the 4. Derek Farmer on the 5. Patrick Zeus 6. Lance Backey on the 7. Followed by Terry Yeo on the 8. Joe Kinsella 9. And Brett Wilson on the 10. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. Keep it clean, please. Driving on the tone in less than 5.
Aaron Brooks done. Tom Wagoner done. Sean Mabel done.
False start.
Derek Farmer done. Patrick Zeus done. Lance Backey done.
All right,
Terry
sorry
Yeo
guys, I
done.
got to reboot live
Uncle
time.
done.
There's something obviously
Kinsella
going
done.
wrong with the scoring system. Apparently. All right, guys, give me like 2 minutes to figure this out. We'll get going again.
Up next, race number 19.
All right, drivers,
Two
quick check them in
Evolution
and
by
get them
Toyota
parked
Lift
on the
NW.
grid.
Amen.
Again, Aaron Brooks on the 1, Tom Wagoner on the 2, Sean Maybell 3,
Aaron
Dale
Brooks.
Winstead 4,
Derek Farmer,
Derek Farmer 5,
Yeo.
Patrick Zeus 6, followed by
Joe
Lance
Kinsella.
Backey, Terry Yeo,
Patrick Zeus.
Joe Kinsella, and Brett
Lance
Wilson.
Backey, Sean Mabel,
So I have bent shock shafts in the front.
Tom Wagoner,
This is how high it's
Dale Winstead.
right now.
1 minute to the start of the race.
It will actually be jumping.
Uncle.
That's how low this is.
All right, again, Aaron Brooks on that number 1 spot. Tom Wagner on the 2 spot. Sean
45
Maybell
seconds
on the
to the
3.
start of the race.
Dale Wenstad on the 4. Derek Farmer on the 5. Patrick Zoost on the 6. Lance Backey on the 7. Terry O on the 8 spot, followed by Joe Kinsella and Brett Wilson.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, drivers, let's see if Lifetime wants to play. Drivers ready. Marshall's ready. Going on the tone in less than 5. Nice clean start from our Masters class here. So Aaron Brooks and Tom Wagner opening it up, about a 2-second lead over Derek Farmer in that 3 spot. Oh, Tom overshoots that first double, going to allow Derek to close up a little bit. So Aaron getting it wrong, going to lose a spot there to Tom. So now it's going to be Tom, Aaron, and Derek, your top 3. Equal spacing, 1, 2, and 3. A little bit of gap. Then we got 4 and 5. Going to be Lance and Joe with Patrick, Sean, Brett, Dale, and Terry in tow. Aaron Brooks getting around Tom Wagner that time by. Going to be Aaron now out front. Tom Wagner in that number 2 spot. Derek Farmer, green with flames, in that number 3 spot with a train of Lance, Joe, and Sean right behind him. Oh, Patrick Zeus getting hung up on the pipe. So 1 and 2, a little bit of a breakaway. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all running together. Minute 45 into this one, 3:15 left to go. Your top 5 separated by less than 5 seconds. Brett Wilson still in the game in 6.7 seconds back. So Aaron Brooks still leading Tom Wagner around as they head over the dome. Oh, Tom with a little bit of a hiccup on the dome there. Going to allow Derek to close in a little bit. So gap opening up a little bit from 1 to 2. Going to be 2 to 3 is going to be the best battle. Drivers be aware, Aaron Brooks, white car, blue and red, going to be your leader. 2:45 into this one, 2:15 left to go. Aaron, a 1.1 second advantage over Tom. Derek, 1.7 back from Tom. With Sean and Lance still in the conversation, all within about 5 seconds of each other. Dale rolling in 6, followed by Brett, Terry, Joe, and Patrick. 2 minutes to go, drivers. Caution, wall ride. Oh, Lance going upside down at a bad spot. So Derek got around Tom at some point in the last lap or two. So we got new second place. 2, 3, and 4 still in the conversation. So your top 4 separated by 4.6 with a minute and 15 seconds left to go. So Sean Maybell working his way around Tom, going to move on up into that number 3 spot. Maybell to that rhythm section, now showing 2 seconds back from
1 minute
Derek
left.
Farmer. So Derek crosses the line right now. Maybell down the straightaway and across the line right now. That gap 2.2. Oh no, Derek, broken car in the pipe. That car's broken, pull it. It's a tough break for our number 2 car. Derek Farmer going to fall out with a mechanical. Sean Maybell going to inherit that number 2 spot, bringing Dale, Tom, and Brett into that top 5. 30 seconds to go, drivers, 30 seconds. 4-wheel drive modified buggy, you guys are up next. 4 mod, you guys are up next. So Aaron, 5.5 seconds up on the field right now. Battle's going to be for 2, 3, 4, and 5, all tied together. So now Tom taking over that number 2 spot with 10 seconds left to go. So Tom with Sean in tow, 1 second. That's going to be time as they cross the line. Tom Wagner brings it home in 2. Sean in 3. Dale 4. Brett 5.
Terry Yeo done. Aaron Brooks done. Lance Backey done. Joe Kinsella done.
Looking for a finish on Patrick Zoost.
Patrick Zoost
There it is.
done.
All stop, all
drivers
done.
are
All
finished.
stop, all done. Aaron Brooks, your winner. Tom Wagner 2, followed by Sean, Dale, Brett, Lance, Joe, Patrick, and Terry.
The race is completed.
Again, drivers from that race, park your cars, get right
Up
back
next,
out there to
race number
Marshall.
20.
Race number 20,
Ford
four-wheel drive
Buggy
modified buggy
Buggy
presented by
Buggy
Improve It with Carl Bauer.
Amen.
You guys are up.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, I got a couple drivers back to back. Give me a couple volunteers if you could, please. Thank you.
Joe Kinsella.
Well done,
Ashon
sir.
Bristol. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Marcus Ramirez. Cole Chura. Keith Holton. Cody Knudsen. Uncle. Sam Moss. Brandon Fry. Tell. 30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I got checks on all drivers. Shut them down. No new laps. Marshall to 6. I need a Marshall to 6, and we can get this race going. Marshall to 6. Let's get our lineup set. Marcus Ramirez on that number 1 spot. And I need 5, 6, and 5. So Marcus on the 1, Ashton Bristol 2, Cody Knudsen on that number 3 spot, followed by Tyler Wilbur in the 4, Culture 5, Joe Kinsella 6, Brett Wilson 7, Keith Holton 8, followed by Sam Moz and Brandon Fry. All right, we got drivers. We got Marshall's drivers. Where's my Marshall on 6? Oh, I see you over there, Matthew. Thank you. All right, drivers ready. Marshall's ready. On the tone in less than 5. Letting everybody get their first couple of laps in here. Marcus Ramirez leading the way early. That orange team associated ride at the front of the field, working his way over the right side tabletop. Give him to Ricky. So Marcus 1.5 seconds up on Ashton with Cody and Cole in tow. Marcus to the wall right now. Ashton right there with him. Cody as well. Cole not too far behind. All 4 of these drivers showing some really strong pace. Hot lap of the race of 15.4 out of Marcus Ramirez. Now it's a 15-3 out of Ashton Bristol in that number 2 spot. Got 0.4 seconds and closing. Ashton on the back wing of Marcus as they go over that right side tabletop, working their way down the straightaway, coming across the line. So Marcus and Ashton, you're well. Marcus up on 2 wheels. Inside look. It's going to be Ashton Bristol looking for the inside. Marcus cuts him off in the most respectable way possible over that rhythm section. Caution rhythm, caution rhythm. So 1 and 2 doing battle here up that front section one more time. Ashton right on Marcus's rear wing. 2 minutes and 25 seconds into this one. 2:35 left to go. Cody, a master of 4-wheel physics right there, gets himself back up and running. He's going to lose a position right there to Cole. That move did not quite work out. About 3 minutes into this one, 2 minutes to go. So Tyler Wilbur going to take over that number 3 spot now. Colt Shura back to the 4. Cody Knudsen into that number 5 spot as they come down the line. Wilbur in that 3 spot, showing 9 seconds back from Ashton. Battle still going to be 1 and 2. Oh, Marcus, our leader, hangs it up on the pipe. We have a change. Oh, and he gets hung up on a lap car. We have a change of lead. Ashton Bristol now leads by about 1 straightaway. So Ashton coming across the line, 1:30 to go as he crosses. Marcus Ramirez comes across, showing 2.2 seconds back. Ashton Bristol to the front rhythm section. Marcus to the front rhythm section. Caution straightaway, go inside straightaway, clear. Ashton across the line, looking for Marcus. Marcus across the line right here, 2.5. Gap opens up just a little bit. Marcus has the speed. Hot lap is a 15 flat. That was back on lap 11. So now Ashton working his way through some traffic. Marcus trying to pick his way through some traffic as well. Everybody trying their best to race clean here. 50 seconds to go. So Ashton to the end of the rhythm section as Marcus is to the middle of the rhythm section. Working his way down the straightaway is going to be Ashton. Marcus trying to work through some traffic here. Oh, gets hung up on the pipe. Oh. So Marcus getting hung up, going to wind up holding off, now going to be battling for the 3 spot. Wilbur going to take over that number 2 spot now. And it's going to be Marcus Ramirez in the number 3. So Ashton Bristol starting to roll away with this one a little bit. 25 seconds to go as he works his way to the front rhythm section. 2 and 3 down the straightaway right now, coming across the line. Gap going to be 9.6 seconds for Ashton Bristol. 5 seconds to go. Five seconds to go, drivers. 5 seconds to go. Drivers, that is
Joe
time.
Cordella
Finish the
done.
lap you're on.
Cole Shura
Ashton Bristol, your
Ashton
winner.
Bristol Uncle done. Cody Knudsen done. Keith Holton done.
Marcus with the last-ditch effort through the
Sam
rhythm
Moss
section,
done.
not going to get it.
Chow done.
We'll still hold on to that
Brandon
3 spot.
Fry
So
done.
Ashton in the 1, Tyler in the
Marcus
2,
Ramirez
Marcus
done.
Ramirez 3,
All
followed by
drivers
Colt
are
Shura,
finished.
Cody Knudsen, Joe Kinsella, Brett Wilson, Keith Holton, Sam Moss, and Brandon Fry. All stop, all done, all stop, all done. Drivers, park your cars, get right back
The
out there
race
to
is
Marshall.
completed.
13.5 4-wheel presented by the Dyke family. Amen. You
Up
guys
next,
are up next.
Race number 21. 4WD 13.5 buggy by the Deitch family. Amen. Brandon Townsend.
Tyler says, hey, you're in charge because everybody's up here. What does he do?
Rob Sorjonen. 1 minute to the start of the race.
It's
Mike
up.
Majori.
Yeah. Hey, Tyler. Thanks.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
If you want, I'll corner for you. All right. Hey, can I get a marshal for Brett, please? Can I get a marshal to swap with Brett so Brett can come to the booth, please?
30 seconds to
Thank
the
you,
start
Maddie.
of the race.
All right, drivers. As soon as Maddie gets out there and Brett swaps out, we'll get you guys rolling. All right,
15
drivers, go ahead and
seconds to
warm
the
them
start
up.
of the race. Ricky Bobby Bozer. Bradley
It's
Sproul.
6 in the cooler and 10. 6 and 10. 6 and 10.
Less than 5. Scott Jackson. Sean Nelson. Patrick Zoost. Brandon Fry. Terry Yeo.
Hey, Joe Kinsella's two-wheel is missing, so somebody pick it up. Joe Kinsella's red, white, and blue two-wheel. All right, shut it down, shut it down. We're missing a two-wheel. Okay. All right, Rob to the lead, Patrick in the 2, Scott in the 3, Terry 4, Mike 5, Sean 6, Ricky, Brandon, Bradley, and Townsend. All right, I need somebody up here on the front of the driver's stand. All right, we got it. And then I need somebody on by the table. The cone by the table, fill it in. Thank you, John. Yep. You won't need your code, I promise. Don't put it there. A car will get tangled up in that. Okay. All right, corners ready, drivers ready. Get through the first jump, and we are going racing on the tone, less than 5. Easy, work together here, work together, work together, work together. All right, nice clean start. $13.5 Stadium truck on deck. Joe, you got to watch that rhythm section in front of you, buddy. All right, we are 1 minute in. Sojourner, Zeus, Jackson, top 3. So we'll find Zeus. He's your number 2. Sojourner now on the rhythm. Zeus now coming up onto the wall. Oh, is that Sojourner upside down? It was. So that puts Zeus by for the top spot. Robert Sojourner now in the X-ray with a band-aided AE arm on it, trying to finish out the day. Onto the wall ride, you're 1 and 2 coming into the rhythm section. Both get through it nice and smooth. Sojourner gets a couple zigzags but keeps the pace. Your 3 is Jackson in your green car. That is your number 3 green wheels. Terry Yeo to the 4. Terrio in the 4. So your race now, Sojourner getting by Zeus with a lapper in the middle. Who was that broke? Townsend. So now Sojourner is out front. Let's see if Zeus can keep him in check right here. Coming on, your leader 1 and 2 through the front rhythm they go. Scott, Jackson, Terrio, Bradley Sproul blocked in a battle here. Okay, crossing the loop goes Jackson. Terry right behind him, right here on the wall. That is your battle for 3 and 4 right here on the front rhythm. Scott Jackson green. Terrio making a by. Scott Jackson tries to force back by, but Terrio gets away, and he's going to run like he is scared. Keep it clean, Jackson. Keep it clean. Right behind him is Bradley, I believe. That is Bradley for position. Your 3, 4, and 5. And Terry gets offline, letting Jackson and Bradley by. Stays in the hunt. So it's Robert, Patrick, Scott, Bradley, Terry, Mike, Brandon, Sean, Ricky, and Townsend out early. 2:10 to go in this race. It's Rob and Patrick still back. 1 and 2. Oh, there's a gap now. Patrick got by Sojourner, so Patrick's now on the wall. Sojourner on the wall. 1 and 2 again, making a lead swap through the front rhythm section. Sojourner upside down. He's got to take care of that car. Running around with a Band-Aid. Patrick, Rob, Scott, Bradley, Terry. It's a battle for top 3 podium right here up front. Your 13.5 wheeler coming through your front rhythm section. Who gets it upside down? Bradley Sproul. Wait, and go. Sojourner now 3 seconds off of Zeus. Zeus having a good run. That is Yo upside down. We need help. So Yo going to get separated from that pack, putting Patrick and Rob still in a battle right here. Did Rob? Nope, Rob's now onto the rhythm. Patrick's clearing the rhythm front section. Bradley in the 3, though. Bradley maintains that position in 3 after that bobble. So Bradley, I believe, out of the B main, running this A main 13.5. What a run. Big mover. Big mover for Bradley Sproul. Scott, Jackson, and Bradley battling it out right now onto the wall. Bradley blue, Scott green in the rhythm section. That's for your final podium. 30 seconds to go in this one. Patrick and Robert still anybody's race there. Your leader now crossing the line. Here comes your Canadian now. Robert Sojourner on his tail onto the wall. It's 13 seconds to go in this one. Can Robert reel him in? Patrick getting by with Bradley and Scott still battling it out for the last podium spot. Bradley's got it locked in through the rhythm section. There's your final buzzer, racing to the line. Patrick Zeus taking it home on a victory lap. Robert Sojourner gets caught. And Bradley Sproul out of the B main to a podium finish at DieHard.
Majority done.
Scott Jackson in the 4, Terry Yo in the 5, in the 6 is Majori, Sean Nelson in the 7, 8 is Brandon Fry, 9 is Ricky Bozer. Bradley reminded me, last place in the C to the 3rd place of the A. We have the alphabet soup mover of the night right there. Hey, Bradley, you'll remember that one.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 22. 2WD 13.5 Stadium Truck by Anthony's Contracting. A main.
All right, 22 out of 25. We are winding down this day, winding it down. Keep it up, everybody. Get to the corners, get those positions. I need you on the track. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Come on, let's go. Racers should have been plenty drivers to fill in these buckets. Should not need any volunteers. All right, warm them up, drivers. Warm them up.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Brandon Dyke, Matthew Miller, Jay Riggs, Raymond Schell, James Dickinson, Zach Lalone. 30 seconds to the start of the race. Carson Phipps. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right, I'm missing some. Did Goodman go home? Carson Goodman's not here? All right, let's shut it down, shut it down. All right, it's Phipps out front. Miller in the 2. Leave one open. Leave, and then move into Carlson. Move into 4 for Raymond Shell. Raymond Shell move up 1. Toby Jenkins is gone. Fill it in behind Raymond Shell. Brandon Dyke, fill it in. Zach Lalone, move it in. James and Jay. All right, there is your 13.5 two-wheel truck group right there. We have our corners. You guys are going to take care of each other through the first sweeper into the first jump, and we are going racing on the Tone, lesson 5. Yep, pro status. Your battle's up front. We already got Matthew Miller sneaking by Phipps. Phipps having the TQ start. So your battle's right now onto the table. Let's see if Matthew can stay out in front of Carson Flips. Bunch of battles here on the front rhythm section still too. It's 1 minute in. It's just shaping up. Miller, Phipps, battle right now. Miller holding Phipps off, but Phipps just waiting for a mistake out of Matthew Miller. That techno has been dialed. Down at PDX, coming home a big winner down there. It's Miller, Phipps, Lalone, Dyke, Shell. Oh no, mistakes out of Lalone, gonna put him behind. Oh, rhythm section. Oh, Lalone Silver, sorry, that is not Lalone. Here we go, your 3rd place car now on the wall, Zach Lalone. Brandon Dyke in tow. Just made a mistake though. Okay, so Zach Lalone now down to the 4. Brandon Dyke moving into the 3. Matthew Miller still holding off Carson Phipps. Uh-oh, mistake out of... That was not the leader, so we are still Miller and Phipps. Tight battle here right on the front rhythm. Miller stretching it out a little bit. Phipps still got him in his sights. Onto the straightaway goes Miller. Onto the straightaway goes Phipps. Leader on the wall right now. .230 to go. Miller, Phipps, Dyke, Lalone, Riggs, Shell, Dickinson. Those of you that stayed for all day long, thank you for your patience, but we are getting a basically 200 entry day that should take 2 days done in one. So you guys all take tomorrow off as we finish up this 200 entry race in 1 day. Good job to this crew. 2 minutes to go. Miller, Phipps, Dyke. Miller still holding them off. Zach Lalone still holding a good 4th right here on the back. And Brandon is still right there. He's still in pouncing pace. 140 to go. That's your leader, Zach. Let him go. Let him go. Thank you. Phipps starting to reel in Miller now. Will Miller's battery make it to the end? That's always the conversation here. Oh, here comes Zach on the back of Brandon Dyke. Zach Lalone reeling in number 3. 1:13 to go. Lots of time. Matt starting to fade a little here. Phipps coming on strong. Oh, look at the speed on Phipps. I'm seeing some fade. Oh, door was open. The battle now onto the Volcano up front rhythm. Phipps looking for a way around. His car seems to have a little more battery life in it. Might be imagination. I don't know. I'm just so used to hearing Matt yell, "It dumped." 30 seconds to go. Zach Lalone now is still down to the 5. Upside down. That was Brandon and oh, that's Phipps. Yeah, yeah. Brandon had him. He's a lap down. So race him to the line. Race him to the line. We're gonna get one more. Let's see if Miller can get it done.
Carson Phipps done. Raymond Shell done.
Yeah, whip those wheels some more, Matt. That's it. Whip them some more.
Zach
Both him
Lalone
and
done.
Phipps just have that.
James Dickinson done.
They just can't stop themselves.
Matthew Miller done.
That's a
Brandon
race.
Dyke
Matthew
done.
Miller,
Jay Riggs done.
Carson
All
Phipps,
drivers are
Brandon
finished.
Dyke, Raymond Shell, Zach Lalone, Jay Riggs, and James Dickinson.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 23.
Who's ready for mod truck in this
17.52 WD Buggy
series?
Sunpedo.
Huh?
A main.
Yeah.
Up next,
You-
race number 24. 2WD Modified Buggy by Willspeed USA. A main.
All right, 2-wheel modified A main, presented by Willspeed
1
USA.
minute to the start of the race.
Oh, hold on, somebody messed up and clicked the wrong button.
Up next, race number 23.
All right, 23, 17.5 2-wheel drive buggy, presented by Sunpet USA. Our A main event here: Keith Holton, RTQ, followed by Bradley Sproul, Patrick Zoost, Corey McCartney, Carson Goodman, Brian Carlson, Paulie Fitchett, Toby Jenkins, Richard Orr, and Scott Jackson. I need marshals 2, Cooler 6, 8, 7, 5. Cooler 6, 7, 8, and 5.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, I need, Seth, if you could just take 6 right there. Give me 7, 8, and 5. 7, 8, 5, 7, 8, and 5. 3 more marshals, please. 3 more marshals, please.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Wait, when did you marshal? Why did you marshal for 4-wheel?
Keith Holton. 30 seconds to the start of
Kevin.
the race. Bradley Sproul. Patrick Zoost. Corey McCartney. Paulie. Richard Orr. Scott Jackson. 15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right, shut him down, shut him down, shut him down. Carson, Bryant, and Toby, I assume, are not here for this one either. All right, it's going to line up Keith Holton on that number 1 spot. Your number 2 is going to be Bradley Sproul. Your number 3 will be Patrick Zeus. Corey McCartney on the 4. Paulie on the 5. Richard on the 6. Scott Jackson on the 7. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready, going on the tone in less than 5. Couple of self-induced rollovers, and we are going. Drivers, if you want marshaled, you should probably, not be on the gas when you're trying to get marshaled. All right, 45 seconds into this one. Bradley Sproul out front. Corey in the 2 spot. Paulie in 3, followed by Patrick, Scott, and Richard. So our leader over that hip jump now, working his way to the wall ride, coming over the dome, working to that front rhythm section. Bradley Sproul, 17.1 last time by. Paulie now up into that number 2 spot. So Paulie in the light blue with yellow wheels in that number 2 spot. Scott Jackson, green and blue in the 3. Patrick, pink and yellow in that number 4 spot, followed by Corey McCartney in 5. Richard and Keith rounding out the field. And 25 seconds into this one, 2:35 to go. Bradley Sproul, 3.4 seconds up on Paulie. Paulie, Scott, and Patrick locked in a battle there for the 2 spot. Paulie, Scott, and Patrick rolling through that rhythm section together. Paulie now going to drop from 2 back to 4. Scott Jackson going to take over that number 2 spot. Scott in the number 2. Oh, Scott's going to roll it over on the dome, going to fall back to 4. So now it's going to be Patrick. Patrick in that number 2 spot now. Paulie now up to the 3. I believe Corey just moved up to the 4, with Scott falling back to that number 5 spot. Minute 45 to go, drivers. Minute 45 to go. Bradley out front now by 5.3 seconds. Patrick in that 2 spot by 1.8. So Corey now up to 3. Scott back to 4 with Keith, Paulie, and Richard rounding out the field here with minute 30 to go. Paulie seems to have found the wrong timing through that rhythm section. Had it going really good for the first couple minutes. Settle back down, Paulie.
One minute left.
So the battle for the lead is tightening up just a little bit with 1 minute to go. Bradley made a mistake going over the dome. So Patrick now closing in. Was 6.9 last time by. Going to be a little bit closer now. That gap now showing 3 flat. So Bradley in the rhythm section right now, making his way through some traffic. Patrick not too far behind. Nice job, Paulie. 30 seconds to go as our leader crosses the line. Our leader going to get this lap plus 1 more. Patrick in the 2 spot, 3.3 back now. Caution at the dome. Clear. Five seconds, drivers. 5 seconds to go. Driver's at his time. Finish the lap you're on.
Richard Orr done. Bradley Sproul done. Paulie done. Patrick Zeus done. Scott Jackson done.
All right, looking
Holton
for
done.
all stop, all
Corey
done, all stop, all
McCartney
done. Drivers,
drivers
park your
finished.
cars. Get right back out there, Marshall. Bradley is your winner, followed by Patrick, Scott, Keith, Corey, Richard, and Paulie.
The race is completed.
All right, race 24.
Up next.
Two-wheel
race
drive
number
modified
24.
buggy, presented by Will Speed
2WD
USA.
modified
You
buggy
guys
by
are
Will
up.
Speed USA. Amen.
I'm going to need a couple of volunteers for this one. Give me 3 volunteers for this one, please.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Nick let him out.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, where's my marshals at? I need a marshal to 3 and the cooler. Thank you, Corey. One more marshal and we can get this race
30
going.
seconds
Drivers,
to
go
the
ahead and
start
get
of
them
the
checked in.
race.
I'm going to need one more to the cooler. Thank you, Seth. Cooler.
Marcus Ramirez. Ashon Bristol. Cody Knudsen. 15 seconds to the start of the race.
Whatever's left of Pete.
Sean Mabel. Keith Holton. Aaron Brooks. Matthew Miller. Joe Kinsella. Tell. Less than 5. Dale Winstead.
All right, drivers, shut them down, shut them down, shut them down. No new laps. Where's Anya? I'm going to need Anya to marshal me. All right, let's get our lineup set. Cody Knudsen on that number 1 spot. Your 2-wheel drive modified TQ for today. Tyler Wilbur in that 2 spot. Ashton Bristol 3. Marcus Ramirez in the 4. Matthew Miller on the 5. Keith Holton 6. Mabel on the 7. Followed by Aaron Brooks in the 8. Joe Kinsella in the 9. And Dale Winstead in that number 10 spot. All right, we got drivers in position. We got marshals ready. Drivers and marshals, we're going on the tone in less than 5. Keep it clean over that first double. Again, on the tone in less than 5. Oh, Cody overshooting that jump, gets away with it a little bit. Kind of stalls the field behind him. Getting that timing right on lap 1 is always a challenge. Wilbur with a greedy look to the inside of Cody right there. Thinks better of it. Pulls out at the last second. A little bit of a 4-car breakaway running down that straightaway. Cody, Tyler, Ashton, and Marcus. Keith Holton hanging in there with Sean Maybell, Aaron Brooks, Joe Kinsella, Matthew Miller, and Dale Winstead rounding out the field. Everybody's still in touch here. Almost a minute into this one. So Cody, solid white over the dome, looking to the front rhythm section right now, leading everybody around. Tyler Wilbur, blue, yellow, white in that 2 spot. Ashton Bristol, red, white, black, gray with the visible LED in that 3. Marcus Ramirez, sticker bomb, blue, silver in that number 4 spot. So Cody looking solid, nice and easy. Smooth lines, that's what it's all about right now, smooth lines. Cody's got the years of on-road experience though. And this high grip seems to really favor the drivers that have got some experience with the high grip on-road. I've seen a lot of those guys come in here and be very successful, Cody being one of them. That 4-car breakaway opening up just a little bit. Keith Holton now up to that number 5 spot. So coming up on 2 minutes into this one and 3 minutes to go. We got a nice little battle happening midfield. We got, I believe that's Joe and Matthew towards the back there having a great battle as well. Maybell and Holton having a battle here midfield with Aaron Brooks in tow. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4 with 5, 6, 7 in a separate battle. So 1, a little bit of gap right now. The battle's going to be 2, 3, and 4. A little bit of a hornet's nest. Wilbur making a mistake right there. Going to go 2, back to 4. Ashton going to bring up into that number 3 spot. So Ashton now up to the 2 spot. Marcus in the 3. You're right, Tom. I was seeing Marcus and thinking Ashton.
Don't make a mistake, Brandon.
Made plenty of them already today. Won't be the last one. All right, Cody crossing the line. 3 minutes into this one. Ashton right behind him. 1.1 seconds the gap. working their way through some traffic. Oop, that's one way to do it. Caution rhythm, caution rhythm, caution rhythm. Wilbur thinking he should have wore his brown pants with that trip through the rhythm section. So Wilbur going to fall back to that number 4 spot. It's going to be Cody, Ashton, Marcus, and Tyler, your top 4. Battle's still going to be top 3. 3 minutes and 30 seconds into this one. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Woo.
Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. Come on. Joe gives way to Cody. He doesn't act.
So Cody in the solid white, Marcus in the silver blue. Ashton was in that number 2 spot, got hung up with some traffic. He's going to try and play catch up now, try and get back up to Marcus with 1 minute to go. So Cody now showing 2 seconds lead over Marcus. Marcus now over the dome, looking for Ashton. Ashton to the dome right now, coming up to Miller. Clear. Marcus down the straightaway in the 2 spot. Ashton down the straightaway to the 2 spot. Gap was 2.1, now showing 3 seconds. 35 seconds to go, drivers. 35 seconds to go. Battle still 1 and 2. Going to find Cody and Marcus as they head down that back straightaway coming across the line. Cody, that gap is shrinking now, 0.8 seconds with 23 seconds to go. They're going to get this one plus one more. Marcus Ramirez coming through that rhythm section right behind Cody. Drivers give way, all white and silver blue coming through. Thank you, Aaron. Coming down the straightaway, they go one more time around at 10 seconds, and it's going to be Wilbur going to be in the way. There we go. Thank you, Tyler. So 1 and 2 through the roller section right now, coming over to that right side, tabletop down the straightaway one more time. Marcus hard on that gas. Gonna come right there. He's gonna get it at the line. Marcus Ramirez by 0.092 seconds. Cody Knudsen in that 2 spot. Ashton 3, Keith 4, followed by Maybell, Brooks, Wilbur, Joe, Matthew, and Dale. Marcus with that full send last lap goes 15.2. Hot lap of the race right there on the final lap. Anya, I need you to marshal, please. Anya, you're marshaling for Cody. Cody, pick up your car. You're not marshaling this one. All right. Mini B is up. Mini B is up, and then we're going to rerun our 21.5 A main. So again, Mini B, race 25, followed by race 18.
Call Mini B by Half Markets with Brent Wilson. A main. Gavin Dyke. Rob Sorjonen. Derek Farmer. 1 minute to the start of the race. Aaron Brooks. Scott Jackson.
All right, we got this one and one more to close out the evening. Apologize for the delays. We had some lifetime situations earlier. We'll rerun that 21.5 race. And just a reminder, we've got 2 incentives for that 21.5 race. We've got a Narrative Coffee gift card, courtesy of Richard Orr from Narrative Coffee, for our highest finishing car with a Narrative Coffee sticker on it in the 21.5 main. We've also got a $50 incentive for the winner of the 21.5 A main. Again, that's race number 18 coming up right after this. Let's go ahead and set our lineup. Rob Sorjonen on that number 1 spot.
To the start of the race.
Rob Sorjonen on that 1 spot. Going to be Corey McCartney on the 2. I'm still looking for a check on Corey and Jim. Corey McCartney on the 2 spot. Derek Farmer on the 3. So Corey, I see your car. I've not got a check on your car. All right, let's get our lineup. Come on, guys. I don't know what. So again, Rob on the 1, Corey on the 2, Derek 3, Scott 4, Eli 5, Aaron 6, Jim 7, Gavin 8. All right, we'll get a check on Corey and then get going.
Corey McCartney.
There we go. All right. See my marshal situation. Natalie, are you over there marshaling 3? Awesome, thank you. All right, drivers, I need a marshal to 8. Where'd my marshal for 8 go? I need a marshal on 8. Marshal to 8. 8, Sun Padal banner, and the Sun Padal banner needs to be put back up. Thank you, David. Yeah, I got Anya out there for him. Yeah. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready, on the tone in less than 5. You know what time it is? That's why the A's are only 5 minutes. All right, 45 seconds into this one. Robster Jonan is holding off Corey McCartney. So you got the white car. They got the white car with the pink in the front, working their way to the right side tabletop, working their way through some traffic. That's Eli and Gavin. So Rob out front right now, showing about a 1.5 second, make it 3 second lead over Corey. Derek in that number 3 spot. Gavin up to the 4. Gavin, that is a leader behind you. Two minutes into this one, your top 2 separated by about 4.5 seconds. 3.2 back is going to be Derek Farmer. Gavin is going to be 19 seconds back from Derek, followed by Eli. So Rob in that solid white car looking great here about halfway through this one. Again, my 21.5 A main, race number 18, you guys should be queued up and ready. A 21.5 A main, you guys should be queued up and ready. So Rob Serjonen, 2:45 into this one. Now only 2.5 seconds up on Corey. So Corey coming, closing up that gap to Rob. And Rob, Anya, right behind you. Hey, marshals, friendly reminder, no headphones while you're marshaling. No headphones while you're marshaling. So Corey McCartney going to take over that top spot now. Rob going to take it back right there. Gap is 0.8 of a second. Your battle for 1 and 2 through the rhythm section. Solid white and then white and pink. Derek Farmer right there in it in the green car in the 3rd place.
One minute left.
1 minute left to go. Gap is 1.1 from 1 to 2, then only 0.6 from 2 to 3. So Corey and Derek having a great battle for 2 and 3. while they're chasing down Rob Serjonen in that number 1 spot. Because the cars are small and slow. "25 seconds to go. Going to be this lap plus, looks like this lap plus one more for our leader, Rob, as he comes down the straightaway. Oh no, we got a broken car right there. If the rear end, something in the rear end broke. All right, less than 5 drivers, less than 5.
Rob Sorjonen done.
Was Derek limping a broken car too?
Corey McCartney done.
That would be it. All right, drivers, time has expired. Rob, you're done in the 1 spot. Corey's in the 2 spot. Finish the lap you're on.
Derek Farmer done.
Looking for a finish on Eli and Gavin. Again, 21.5 A main. You guys are up next. 21.5 A main.
Eli
to
McCartney
finish
done.
off the night. And one more to finish. All stop,
Gavin
all
done.
done. All stop, all done.
All
Rob going to
drivers
take the
are
win.
finished.
15.5 flat, followed by Corey, Derek, Eli, and Gavin.
The race is completed.
All right, let me get a couple of you to stick around to marshal this one, as well as the remainder of my 21.5 drivers. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Up next, race number 18. 21.52 WD Buggy by Narrative Coffee. A main. Scott Davis. Brian Parker. Matty Fields. Jackson Dunn. Mike Hood. Richard Orr.
I'm impressed.
1 minute to the start of the race. James Brown.
Again, I'm going to need a couple volunteers for this one. Let's go ahead and get this last race of the evening
Scott
underway.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Polly.
All right, we have
30
checks on
seconds to the start of
everybody.
the
Go ahead and
race.
park them on the back straightaway. I need a marshal to 5 and cooler. 5 and cooler. Again, I need a marshal to 5 and
15
cooler.
seconds to the start of the race.
Marshal to cooler, and we'll be good to go. Marshal to the cooler. Thank you, Kyle. All right, Brian Parker on
Less
the
than
1,
5.
Richard Orr on the 2, Scott Davis 3, Paulie Fitch at 4, Mike Hood 5, James Brown 6, Matty Field 7, Scott Dyke 8, and Jackson Dunn on that 9 spot. Drivers ready, marshals ready, keep it clean. We are going on the tone in less than 5. Oh, cluster coming off of that wall ride. 4 cars upside down at once, kind of running over each other. Brian Parker out front now. Paulie Fitch in the 2. James Brown 3, followed by Richard, Scott Davis, Scott Dyke, Matty Jackson, and Mike Hood. So Brian Parker in that number 1 spot. Paulie is in the 2. Paulie showing 0.8 of a second back from Brian. Brian with the hillbilly wheel setup. Paulie right behind him in that number 2 spot. Richard Orr back up to that number 3 spot, looking solid here. Minute 45 into this one.
Glad you got out of bed now.
Battle's going to be out front. Brian Parker and Paulie Fitchett, 1 and 2, working their way to the wall ride right now. Paulie going to take over that 1 spot last time by, now showing 1.5 over Brian Parker. So Paulie chasing that W here at halfway. Down the straightaway he goes, coming across the line right there, goes 18 flat. That's his personal best lap. Richard Orr's in that 3 spot, battling it out with James Brown in that 4. So Richard coming to the wall ride right now, working his way around some traffic. Thank you, Maddie. Oh, and James Brown in that 4 spot goes upside down. Oh, and Scott and James get tangled up as they get marshaled on top of each other. Minute 45 to go. Gap out front is only half a second. So Paulie. No, go ahead, Brian. You're good. Minute and 15 seconds to go. Battle is still out front. Oh, Brian trying to get around some traffic right there. Parks it against the wall. Going to open up that gap a little bit. So Paulie now showing a 1.8 second advantage with 1:05 to go. Paulie either a little short on throttle or a little short on battery here late in this one. Going to lose a position, maybe more. So battle now for 1 and 2. It's going to be, looks like Brian has caught back up and got that 1 spot. Paulie's caught back up to him as I think we had our leader that got caught up on a lap car. And we did, so that gap now 0.3 of a second with 22 seconds to go. So Brian now with that lead, 3, 2, 1. Drivers, that is time. Finish lap, you're on.
Mike Hood done. Scott Dyke done. James Brown done. Brian Parker done. Jackson Dunn done. Scott Davis done. Paulie done. Richard Orr done. Matty Fields done.
All stop, all done, all stop, all done. Brian Parker, your winner. Paulie Fitchett in 2, Richard Orr 3, followed by James, Scott Davis, Scott Dyke, Jackson Dunn, Matty Fields, and Mike Hood. Congratulations, Brian Parker. You are $50 richer. And Natalie, you want to go through? So Brian Parker was the winner. Yellow and white wheels. You have a... Yeah, checking for sticker. All right, check Paulie. Does Paulie have a sticker? Hey. Paulie, the winner of the gift card for Narrative Coffee, courtesy of Richard Orr. Well done, well done. And Brian Parker, again, Brian Parker, winner of 50 Smackaroonies, presented by Mr. Toyota Lift Northwest right here. Where's the...
Where's the other Aaron?
and 40 plus and 21.5 immediately to
The
the
race is
podium. 40
complete.
plus and 21.5 immediately to the podium.
Merry Christmas.
All right, let's get our top three out here at the podium. All right, what do we got on? Richard, we need you in here for podium. Richard Orr, podium. All right, Sean Maybell standing in here. All right, so Masters, Maybell, Wagner, and Brooks. I don't have. All right, I need Marcus Ramirez, Tyler Wilbur, and Ashton Bristol to the podium. All right, I need, is Bradley in here? Rob Jordan and Patrick. All right, I need the winner of 21-5 back out here to collect some money. My phone won't load. Brian Parker, are you still here? Get over here. It's payday. It's like drag racing all over for you.